welcome to another episode of Fundie Watch. What a hell of a 24 hours, am I right? Lilac Rosenberg with 40 bits says, notices your stream. Oh, whoa, what's this? Sorry, hold on. According to the government, I need to read that. O-W-O, what is this? Oh my god. Shit posting is in the news because murder. At this point, I'm like 50-50 on if I went into a coma like a decade ago, and this is just like the nascent firings of my deranged and necrotic synapses. Like, what the fuck is happening? Oh. Anyway. What's up, everyone? Today we're doing Fundie Watch. It should be fun. We're gonna cover Paul and Morgan again. Next time we do Fundie Watch, we will be covering either a variety of fundamentalist influencers, or we'll focus on someone else. I just got off work, though. I've been working since 7 a.m., so I just want to do something kind of chill. I want to watch this pretty cringe fundamentalist couple try to be influencers and fail, and we can giggle and hang out, and it'll be a good time. Sound good? Sounds good. Overthought with 100 bits says, if you're reading this bits message, you're gay. How did it know? Harold Elbelman with a 3-stream streak says, don't know how this damn thing reset, but so it goes, onward. Oh, that's bullshit that they reset your streak. That's ridiculous. I don't know why that happened. Dillis Filler with 28 months says, ooh. So, like, my money's on Groiper at this point. It's possible that this person is, like, a liberal or a leftist, or maybe even politically incoherent. That's possible. I call that time cube politics, when they're completely incoherent. I have no idea. But at this point, I'm thinking maybe Groiper, but I could be wrong. But that's not today's topic, so we're not going to talk about it. Today I'm Freddy Krueger, and my hair's all dry and frizzled because of it. Because, get it, he burned in a fire. So anyway, today we're going to be looking at Paul and Morgan. Should be good. If you want to support the stream, you can always gift subs. It is still Subtember, so gift subs are discounted, which is awesome and a great time of the year to help support the stream. And I think that's it. Let's get into it. If you're on YouTube, like the stream. Cool beans. Freyline says, in good news, Bella Ciao is a banger, and I'm glad to be reminded to listen to it again. Yeah, that became, that song, Bella Ciao, for those that don't know, was originally an anti-fascist song, but in recent years it's unfortunately been co-opted by groypers, which is why, along with the message of if you're reading this, you're gay, and the target being Charlie Kirk, I don't know if you guys know this, groypers have been having a feud with Charlie Kirk. Again, all of this could be wrong. This is speculative. This is just why, to me, I'm thinking, oh, that might be a groyper, or like a 4chan shit poster. Ugh. It's not great. Anyway, though, I'm not going to waste time on that anymore. Let's jump into it. Paul and Morgan living their lives. Paul trying to be a pickleball pro and whatnot. So let's jump into it.
Let's just put it this way. Things in the Olga's household have been perfect.
Perfect. It's crazy.
Over the last couple.
Oh, by the way, this is Our Life is Perfect and Flawless. I'm chronologically continuing where we left off with Paul and Morgan. So, obviously, in the last video, they posted a lot of clips and videos that were very contentious. They had people coming into their chats and being like, are you okay? What's going on? This seems bad. But of course, now they have to say, no, everything's great. And they're just going to pretend this whole video that everything's perfect and awesome. Who are these people? These are fundamentalist influencers who are incredibly delusional. Paul is trying to be a professional pickleball player at age 36, despite having no background in pickleball or tennis or athletics at all. Morgan is a mother of two who is shouldering all of the responsibilities of their home life and taking care of their children while dealing with severe health issues that are as of yet still undiagnosed. They think it might be vascular EDS or Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, which has a severe impact on your life. I believe it impacts genetically your body's ability to produce collagen for your vascular system, which allows it to be more elastic, basically. If you don't have that collagen, if you have vascular EDS, it drastically shortens your lifespan because it devastatingly increases your risk of things like aneurysms, which is like blood vessels bursting and you just like bleeding out into your body, into your brain, whatever. And I'm not making fun of that whatsoever. That's devastating. And I'm genuinely very concerned for her because her husband is dropping the ball, the pickleball, you might say. She's not even supposed to be lifting the kids right now more than, I think, 10 pounds, because putting strain on your body, if she does have vascular EDS, is one of the ways that you can get an aneurysm. So it's just a shit show all around. Let's get into it. H-Beard says, midlife crises are a hell of a drug. Anyway, I have to go to work on the Mustang I bought when I was 40. I love Mustangs. That's the car from the Knight Rider reboot. The second Knight Rider reboot. The third if you don't count Knight Rider 2000, which was a movie. You shouldn't count Team Knight Rider, but I will. Anyway.
Couple weeks.
Everyone's pooping regularly.
Yes.
That's the first line, is everyone's pooping regularly? Well, that's good. I'm glad they're getting fiber.
Let's just put it this way. Things in the Olga's household have been perfect.
Perfect. It's crazy.
Over the last couple weeks.
Everyone's pooping regularly.
Yes.
No one's thrown a fit, not a single fit.
No fit?
No tears have been shed from our 2-year-old or 9-month-old. It's crazy.
It would be
What about your man-child husband?
an undersell to say that it was bliss 24/7 because it's literally beyond that.
It definitely sounds legitimate, guys. They're not trying to tell the haters they're wrong. Jitara says one of the engravings was upright down down down, which is a stratagem code for the video game Helldivers 2 for the 500k Eagle airstrike. It's a reaction meme often used alongside the phrase "shut up, fascist" in the Helldiver community. It's interesting watching older news reporters trying to decipher it as some sort of esoteric code, though. Yes, if anything, that story has made me realize that the vast majority of the people in positions of power and media are completely out of touch with, like, 30% of society at minimum. It's really interesting. It's like they're completely blind to, like, a good deal of pop culture. I understand that to some extent it's niche online pop culture, but, like, that's a lot of culture these days, is niche online pop culture, just saying. It feels a little weird that, like, investigative journalists are confused about it when they could, you know, investigate it.
Good morning, vlog. Great to see you guys. Morgan, good morning. It's a big weekend this
See you, Lady Ann.
morning. Lots going on. Family coming into town. And it is tournament weekend, baby.
Woo woo!
Morgan is playing. I will be playing. I will be going into this particular tournament as around a 4th seed. Morgan, we're not really sure.
Bottom, whatever the bottom seed is.
No. So we're expecting some big upsets and some big wins today. Morgan's Poison Ivy. How is it going, babe?
I was very itchy last night, but you can't really see it as much today. So that's good.
Good.
But
It's been a journey. I feel bad for you, baby. The kids are feeling good. We're eating our healthy breakfast of protein bagels and berries. Oh, good bump, bub. Luca, where are we going?
You little monkey.
We're yet up to head over to the pickleball facility right now.
Whoa, they're gonna go do pickleball. That's crazy.
I'm not playing yet. Morgan's not playing yet, but funny enough, we are part of...
My dad, his dad, they're going down.
Yeah, we are part of 2 pickleball families, and our dads will be facing off today in one of the greatest rivalries of our generation. All right, guys, hair is fixed, and I'm locking in.
I am awesome at backhand dunk. Wait, what does that say? Backhand dinking? I assume that that's a thing in pickleball. I will beat anybody in a backhand dink battle. I guess he's manifesting. Is this what the delusional call manifesting? Ah, he tapped it! Like he's in a locker room! No!
Little morning routine I started doing, spinach.
You just eat raw spinach with your... You just go, spinach, bitch, handful. Alright, sure, fine. Rocky ate like 6 raw eggs in the morning and Paul eats just a fistful of spinach. Okay, it probably helps him shit. I mean, they did say they've been pooping regularly. The spinach probably helps. Like, I'm not gonna say it's not true. Have I ever pickleballed? I have not. I've played tennis, like, very casually a few times, but I've never played pickleball. I've not really been outside since pickleball became popular, like, 5 years ago.
I gotta be pounding the greens.
So me, Luca, and Judah are in the car.
We should play this when he eats the spinach, Popeye. Yeah.
We're waiting on Polly. Daddy is slower than us. We're fast. And then we have time to just sit in the car and do makeup. Ends up working out pretty good, I'd say.
That would bother the... I know that this is not like a slam on her at all. You can do whatever you want. I just don't understand putting on makeup in the car. That would drive me crazy.
He has arrived! Fashionably late, as always.
Also, are you gonna do eyeliner while he's driving? Holy shit. She's a better woman than me.
Here, Daddy.
Welcome to the show.
Oh. No, I got him. So,
Does he still have the spinach in his mouth? Jesus. I guess he's not gonna choke. That's good. He's taking his time.
Morgan has been getting a little bit of heat on some of her, well, one particular reel that she...
You don't get putting on makeup, period. It makes me look pretty, or at least prettier. God, do you remember what I looked like without makeup? It's not good. H-Bird says, as someone who's part wasp, I'm enjoying Morgan's subtle passive aggressiveness.
posted. It's one where it ends up and the guy says, this remarkable creature is slow and deaf and blind. And Morgan's referring to her husband. And people were saying, that's disrespectful. Shouldn't talk that way about your husband. But the reality is I'm very slow. And so it's funny.
I was just speaking the truth.
There is truth. There is oftentimes truth behind our reels. Or at least elements, specks, tiny, tiny specks of truth.
Oh, that one was ginormous, y'all.
Morgan, have we found a good resolve since our last 2 videos and our last one ended up feeling a little bleak? Have we found a good middle ground? Are we okay to keep being real in our vlogs, or did we decide we were gonna be shallow?
Yeah, we didn't.
It got a little too real, guys. Everyone pointed out our really dysfunctional dynamic on the internet, so should we keep being real, man? I think you should seek couples counseling, but like, you know, do you. Keep putting it on camera, it works for me.
We're gonna start being really fake and lying to you guys about everything.
Dude, yes, things in the Olligus household, let's just say this.
Flawless.
Let's just put it this way. Things in the Olligus household have been perfect.
Perfect.
This has the same energy of that drill tweet where he's like, I'm not mad, please don't write in the paper that I was mad. Everything's perfect.
It's crazy.
Over the last couple weeks.
Everyone's pooping regularly.
Yes.
No one's thrown a fit, not a single fit.
No fit?
No tears have been shed from our 2-year-old or 9-month-old. It's crazy how perfect our life is.
It is, it would be an undersell to say that it was bliss 24/7, because it's literally beyond that. It's beyond that. If that was possible, it is.
Did they intentionally put a mirror there so that you could see the baby on... That's got to be a safety thing, right? Like, my brain is being mean by saying they didn't put that there so the camera would pick up the baby, right? Like, that's not intentional, is it? That's a safety thing, so they can look at the baby or something, right? I just want to check, because there's no way they bought a thing just so the baby could be on camera while they're driving.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, kitties, you're in the rearview mirror. Thank you, Overthought. I'm gonna go with that, because the alternative makes me sad.
No. Y'all
Okay.
know we ain't never
I'm
gonna
relieved.
be anything but real.
I'm so concerned about wannabe influencer parents these days after all the incidents that have happened.
So we decided that that's still the we're still gonna do that. That's still the direction we're gonna go with our videos.
Yes. We just might, you know, take a pause, take a breather before we...
film something heavy. Sorry for eating while we're doing this portion. I know that bothers some people. My apologies for real. In all reality though, I just gotta say, like, life has been good. It's been a good week. People are healthy, other than Morgan's infectious skin disease, which hopefully will...
Wow. Someone told me I had leprosy on Instagram.
Well, my leprous wife.
Wow.
Well, I was just saying things are
Oh.
good. It's been a really blessed week.
Yes. All right, let's go watch some pickleball.
We need to go 3-1. We need to do.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're here. Tournament's about to start. Locking in. Once again, I always wish that I was past this, but I'm feeling those jitters. But
By the way, before we get into him actually playing pickleball again, can I read this post from the Fundie Snark Uncensored community real quick? The title of this post is The Audacity of Cope, Paul's Pickleball Delusion and Reality. Over the weekend, I was talking to someone who's a former tennis pro and current avid pickleball player. He's in his 40s, played Division I tennis in university, and did the pro circuit for a few years before transitioning into a corporate world. Currently has a kid in university also playing tennis, and they do pickleball tournaments for fun. I asked him about pro tennis and pro pickleball, and he told him vaguely about Paul, and he asked if this guy was a teenager or in his young 20s. I said no. He's 36. He asked if he'd played in high school, college, and I said no. He hesitated and asked if he recently went off medication, because as someone with bipolar, he also dealt with delusions of grandeur while not being medicated. I said I didn't know enough about him to know, but I think he's just truly delusional. Can I point out how funny it is that your dreams are so unrealistic that the third question someone asked about it is if you recently stopped taking medication? I don't think that speaks very well to the likelihood of Paul becoming a professional pickleball player, is all I'm saying. He said on the surface, from what I told him, the chances of him making it as a pickleball pro are about the same chances of him spontaneously growing wings. We did some research, and here's the reality. There are roughly 5,000 professional tennis players in the world, pro being defined as someone who makes a living from playing, and 87 million players worldwide, while there are about 130 to 140 professional pickleball players and about 20 million players worldwide. The sport is growing, but this is an incredibly small market, and almost all of the pro spots are going to young players or former pro tennis players. To be a pro in this small sport, you have to be extra exceptional, something Paul is not. There are some pro players in their 30s, 40s, and 50s. Almost all of them are former professional tennis players, and one of them, Danny Werfel, is a former NFL player. All of them, aside from Danny that I could research, played tennis since childhood. Most of the pros are in their teens and 20s and have been playing the game since childhood. So just to put in perspective the chances of Paul going pro, not likely. There are literally more people in the building he's standing in right now than there are professional pickleball players in the whole world. So, probably not gonna happen.
I know that they're good. It's your body telling you you're about to do something important. So you harness them, you lock in. Really excited. Let's get this tournament started, baby.
What are you guys doing over here?
Where are we?
By the way, I am trying to skip over the kids sections as much as possible. I hate that these people put their fucking children, their toddlers, their babies on the internet, but they're already out there. I'm gonna skip them as much as I can, but if it's just like one shot, I can't react quick enough.
This is a champ right here. This was
What
not
are her tattoos? Those are some flowers. I'm not sure what else.
easy.
I assume
We
the
did not
tattoos come from her pre-Fundie days before she met Paul. I could be wrong, though.
get babysitting.
They have weird beliefs.
We wanted to. So she is literally watching the games and hanging out with this guy. Morgan, are you doing okay?
It's been great. It's been a great time.
Really?
Yeah, we've had a lot of fun. Luca made some friends, is playing.
Oh, let's go! Guys, I didn't know if we...
What? Again, which one is Paul? Is it bottom right guy or top right guy? I can't tell.
Oh, let's go! Guys, I didn't know if we'd be able...
He's in a black tank top, so he's top right?
Oh, let's go! Guys, I didn't know if we'd be able to advance through the pool play into the playoffs. We have been fighting, we've been grueling.
Is this the pro pickleball guy? It's the guy who wants to be a pro pickleball guy.
And we advanced. I think we're the 3 seed. So we still have a chance at the money, baby. We are 4 wins, 2 losses. It's been great so far. A little bit of highs and lows, but I've really been pleased with some of the moments and just seeing the hard work pay off. So let's get it in round 2, baby.
Yeah, but...
It just kind of drives me crazy because, like, how do I put this? This isn't something that's, like, ridiculous to do for fun, right? All of the other people here, I'm sure, are having a great time and trying to better themselves and kind of stay in shape, have some fun, play a game. That's great. I'm sure pickleball is excellent for that. I have no problem with that. It's the fact that I've watched pro pickleball matches because of this. Because of the Paul thing, I've went and I've looked up pro pickleball matches to see what they look like, and it's just not what Paul's play looks like. Like, I really don't know how else to put it. Paul's gameplay is not professional. It's not just a person who first picked up a racket. Like, he would beat the shit out of me, obviously, and pretty much everyone here, I'd imagine, who hasn't ever played pickleball, or even people who just casually have played it. He plays it 7 hours a day. He better be at least better than, you know, the average player. But I just think he's hit a ceiling, right? He's 36 with not a background in athletics. I just think he hit his ceiling, and there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with just playing locally or regionally and having fun and making friends. But he doesn't want that. He wants to be on a Wheaties box. And I don't think he's gonna be on a Wheaties box, guys.
What are you doing, Mama?
Hi, I'm doing my makeup before the tournament today that I'm playing pickleball in.
What are you doing, Daddy?
Well, it was a long, hard pickleball day yesterday, so I'm using this bad boy.
Are we sure he's not just pretending to think he can go pro for content? Yes, unfortunately.
To loosen up the muscles. Thank you for asking, Luca. Morgan,
How do I put this? From what I've seen of Paul, he has the self-interest of a 12-year-old boy. Does that make sense? He has that level of, like, emotional maturity and, like, view of the world.
It's tournament day for you. My tournament day was, I would just say, a mixed bag. We can talk a little more about that since people say, well, Paul doesn't open up. Morgan is always the one opening up. But before I do, you have poison ivy
in all sorts of places.
In places no one should ever experience poison ivy.
Do you feel like that? I mean, I've seen you struggling the past few days and you've handled it like a champ. Going into your tournament, is it something that you
Did
feel
she accidentally sit on poison ivy?
like is going to
That's not good.
be affecting you, or are you going to block it out?
I think once I get there, I'll block it out. I'll be distracted. I'll have adrenaline pumping through me. It'll be fine.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. You can do it. You have not had I'm just being real, like amazing tournament turnouts, I guess you could say.
Experiences.
You've had more losses than you've had wins.
Definitely. I don't even know what it feels like to win.
That's a rude thing to say. So you just lose all the time, am I right?
Do you feel like today might be your best tournament yet?
I don't want to jinx it.
We don't believe in jinxes.
I do think it'll be my best one just because...
She's playing too. Oh, she's the one that started it. She's the one that was interested in pickleball first. And then he was like, oh, yoink, this hobby's mine now.
I don't know why, actually. I just think I'll just have a fun, chill time, but like also gonna crush it.
Good.
I feel like past several times that I've gone out and played.
I agree.
So yes, I think it'll be good.
I personally think that it's going to be your best one yet. We're going to get your duper score up.
Yeah, say yeah.
It can only go up. It can only go up from here. There's only one direction
He's so mean. He's basically saying you suck so bad at doubles. Your doubles score is the worst it could possibly be.
for it to go, and that's up.
That's true. If it goes down from here, oh, I'm quitting.
It's like he's negging his wife.
I'm quitting.
So yesterday was my tournament
H-Bird says if she ends up going pro and he doesn't, a lot of people will need medical attention due to excessive irony.
day. To be honest, like after the tournament ended, I was feeling kind of sad. We ended up taking fourth, which
That's his big, deep opening up moment. After the tournament, I was kind of sad.
all in all isn't bad because there were some very competitive teams.
It just feels like to me, here's the level, okay? It's like an ESPN 8 the Ocho level sport to me. It's like if someone said they wanted to go pro in cornhole. You know what I mean? Like, cornhole is a perfectly acceptable activity. Going pro at it? Not the most likely thing.
brief. Midway through the tournament, we were doing really well. There was a game when I just felt like I was playing great, and that was an amazing feeling because of all the hard work that
It's not called cornhole, it's called bags. I'm from Michigan, it's called cornhole.
put in. And then
Get out of here with your bags.
very next game, some errors were made and came down a little bit, lost that game. During that game, I felt both of my legs cramp up a little bit. At this point in the game, or at this point in my journey, I feel like I've grown a lot mentally, but for whatever reason, feeling my legs cramp up really got me in not a great headspace. And it was really hard for me to lock back in to the way that I was playing, the energy that I had, the focus that I had, because I started being fearful that my body was going to cramp up big time. I was going to get Charlie horses and just be pretty much debilitated. Is that the right word?
Yes, dramatic, but yes.
Yeah, I know. And that's the thing.
I just think if you're having this big of a problem cramping up, maybe you need more potassium or electrolytes, or to realize you're too old to do this.
As Morgan was telling me afterwards, she was like, Paul, you tend to be almost play it too safe, and I guess she's got a point there, because in my mind I'm like, okay, I have to like really change the way I'm playing. I can't do explosive movements. I can't jump for balls like I was because I got to protect my muscles to see if I can make it through.
He tends to get scared / like, I think you have the subconscious and conscious fear of like your...
Also, is it bad that every time I watch them now, I just get the scene from Eraserhead stuck in my head where the guy's ringing the bell constantly and then the guy comes in and is like, okay, Paul!
body's just gonna crumble, and like, I don't know, it messes with him sometimes pretty significantly, I think.
I started thinking, and this is still like mid-game, I started thinking months out, and I can't do that, and I know I
Paul apparently doesn't bother to warm up first. Hey, okay? His warm-up is the love of his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
Can't do that. I have to stay in the moment.
Jesus, take the pickleball.
But this has been an issue with me that I've had where I start thinking long term and become fearful of what.
Can I play that clip? Probably not. Freyline says, there's about 300 pro cornhole players. You would have a better chance of going pro in cornhole than pickleball. Ooh, chat, idea. We're doing it. This channel is officially Hannah's professional cornhole journey.
Could happen long term. The Bible says, do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow has enough troubles as it is, and I think that kind of applies.
Do not worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow will worry about itself. That's actually really bad advice most of the time. Like, if you're having a panic attack, it's good advice, but, like, generally, no, you should plan ahead. Plan ahead to some extent. Lennon Cat says Gretchen Wiener's voice. Oh wait, who's Gretchen Wiener? Why am I blanking? Is this Mean Girls? Hold on, Gretchen Wiener. I gotta look to see what the voice is. Gretchen Wiener. Okay, I got it. I believe my father, the World Cornhole Association, would like to hear about this bags idea.
But I started thinking, like, is my body gonna be shutting down when I play in a pro tournament and I'm 7 games in playing the biggest game of my life, and then I'm getting Charlie horses? And again, it's like, well, I can do things.
The biggest pickleball game of my life. Hydrate.
To prepare for that, I clearly need to train my body to be prepared for these longer tournaments. Anyway, my mind got away from me for about a game and a half. I was able to lock back in and get another win under our belt, but at the end of the day, we should have had 3rd. We should have got bronze. Instead, we got 4th. And I take,
like, he wants to be professional, and he's coming in 4th place in a local pickleball tournament. Like, even if it's regional, like, that's not great, man. Like, and you're probably training way more than anyone else there, because most people have, like, you know, careers and stuff as adults or jobs or whatever. He's doing this. This is his job, and he comes in 4th in a regional or local pickleball tournament. Ah!
I take a good amount of the blame for that.
But every tournament is a learning experience.
What's 3rd place? $100. You're actually not that far off. Some of the tournaments I saw that are just local or regional, the top prize is like $250 maybe, and it might be split between 2 people if it's doubles. So like 3rd place might be like $50 or $90, yeah. Which, to be clear, isn't nothing, but usually you're spending money to enter the tournaments as well, because the winnings usually come out of the entrance fees of the other competitors. So, like, that's not all profit. You had to spend money to get there. You had to take the time. There's opportunity cost. It's not great.
And so...
Which, again, would not be an issue if this was just a hobby. I don't want anyone to think I'm shitting on, like, going out and having fun, local sports, regional sports, hobbies. Absolutely not. If this was just these two doing this for fun, I wouldn't care. I doubt I'd cover it. It's the delusion of the professional angle that just drives me nuts.
Learn and we grow and we move forward. So it's fine. We're figuring it out.
Dronder says, I think sports underdog stories have given people unrealistic expectations about how much sports is natural talent versus training. Yeah, agreed. I don't think the Rocky movies helped. Rocky's entire strategy was just getting punched in the face until he tired out his opponents or broke their hand with his face. Even as a character, he was not a good boxer. Orion Cooper with the super chat says, the pickleball tourney here was literally bar tab. Sorry, H-Baird. H-Baird says, today is the tomorrow you worried about yesterday. That was written on the wall of one of the bathrooms at my high school bathroom. Deep.
It's very true.
All right, well.
On to you.
This is the hair we're doing. I did this last tournament and it seemed to last.
Good.
And stay.
I like your fit.
I'm wearing
today.
the same outfit that I wore actually for the tournament in Tennessee with the jacket on right now.
I wear almost the same.
By the way, by the time of Rocky 6, Rocky's illiterate, so taking punches to the head really is not good for you.
Every single time.
So at least I'm glad Paul isn't trying to be a boxer or an MMA fighter.
I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but I didn't have my coffee this morning.
What canonically happened to Rocky's pet turtle? Turtles, plural, he had 2, and those were actually Sylvester Stallone's real turtles. I think he still has them. They definitely appeared up through Creed 2. I didn't see Creed 3, so I don't know if they're mentioned in Creed 3, but at least as of Rocky Balboa and the first couple Creed movies, Rocky still had them.
And so I swung by Starbucks to get a sausage and egg sandwich for me to eat in a little bit. I'm not quite hungry yet. But I also got a tall iced caramel macchiato. I'm telling myself right now, I'm only taking a couple sips. I'm not drinking it all because
You only ever saw, like, the first Rocky movie? You should at least watch Rocky 2 and 3. 4 is one of the best stupid Cold War, rah America movies of all time. I love how bad that movie is. I love Rocky 4.
I do. I'll be like super jittery. I'm very sensitive to coffee, but I didn't have my creamer and I ain't about to drink black coffee. I'm not a twisted human being. So, cheers to tournament day. Here's the thing about Starbucks. Literally, you order the exact same thing every time and it tastes different every time. I don't get it. This is why I am a huge fan of Scooters. I have never once in my life been disappointed with them, but they were a little bit out of the way, so I couldn't.
It's actually nice to see her doing better. The previous videos were so depressing. Don't get me wrong, I think some of this happiness is based on a deep denial, but you know, that's all you can do sometimes to have a good day, is be in denial. I'll take it.
By there, and also I don't have any self-control when it comes to drinking one of those. There's no way I could stop myself from just drinking the entire thing. So okay, I could if I really had to, if my life depended on it, but it doesn't. So but this tastes like water, like milky water. So
that's basically what coffee is if you have milk in it. Also, beans.
it will be easy to only take a few sips of that.
All right, 2 games in, and you are 2-0, baby. Talk to us. How are you feeling?
I think this is the tournament, because we're still back in time. This is 5 months ago at this point still. We're still quite a bit back in time. I think this is the tournament she did really well at. Because I remember there being a tournament where she, like, did surprisingly well. Better than Paul, and it was pretty funny.
Woo! Feel good? Taylor's turned it on for a tournament. It's been great.
Hey, baby, you having fun?
Yeah.
That's all. Let's go, Morgan. Let's go, Taylor. There he is. Show your face, Sam.
You need one. Hey, you just need one. Unbelievable.
This is unironically the happiest I've ever seen her. It's nice to see.
Just a mom of
See? I can be happy for people. I'm not dead inside yet.
2 little babies out here winning gold medal.
Great job, you guys. Yeah.
All right, guys, we're still here at the Pickleball Club. What I just witnessed, to say I am shocked would be an understatement. And I'm
Oh, that's a little mean.
being totally serious. When I saw the team they were going up against for the gold medal match, I was just like, I don't see how Morgan and Taylor can pull this one out.
and they stinking came back, best out of 3, lost the first game, came back and won the next 2 to win gold. Unbelievable.
My face is cramping from smiling.
In that last game, what were you thinking about? What were you feeling?
I just thought, I stinking want this. I have gotten this far. Are you kidding me? I'm playing for the gold medal match. I'm a mom. I play once a week. I'm gonna freaking pro. Let's just say I'm going pro with Paul.
I never considered this.
What do you mean going pro with Paul? You're ahead of him. You did way better. He made 4th place. You got 1st in your division. What are you talking about?
In the realm of possibility.
Make Paul stay at home and take care of his kids for once. You go pro.
I feel great, amazing. I'm shook. Can't believe that I'm here. Now I just want to go kiss my babies.
I thought you were going to say kiss your husband.
Oh, and that.
That's okay. You're basically one of her kids.
I've been waiting for a victory kiss from you.
Oh, I'm sorry. I am so proud.
I'll be on cloud 9 for quite some time.
This is a big deal what you and Taylor pulled off today.
I'm so proud of you guys.
Yeah, baby.
We made this beautiful sign. Like
Dylan Filler says the vodka and Skittles didn't treat his twink arrow well, did they?
comment, subscribe.
Do you think-
You people are deranged, and I love you all parasocially.
Do you think this sign was just one small thing that maybe excelled you?
No, it carried us. Oh, wow, guys. I'm literally in shock over here. I can't believe it. Like, I can believe it, but I can't believe it because, oh my goodness. I'm just a mom of 2 little babies.
I'm just a mom and life is a nightmare. My husband thinks he's a pickleball pro here.
Just out here playing pickleball once a week.
I might have veds. I'm alone in the world and
like those people that we went up against are stinking good and they play all the time. I mean, they play all the time and it's, yeah, I just can't believe that. So no one get mad at Paul for being like, I'm so shocked. He's just an honest man, but like, I'm so shocked too. Like, I'm not shocked because I really wanted it. And I was just like, why not me, you know? I mean, why not me because I don't play as much? But I was like, no, we're gonna freaking win this! I literally cannot believe it. Oh my goodness. Absolutely crazy. I mean, wow, 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 wow. I can't believe I did that. So to all you moms out there who are like, I don't have time, or I can't do that right now. Yes, you can. Find time to do that thing that you want to do. I'm not saying throw your kids to the curb and don't be a good mom. Like, being an amazing mom comes first. A mom
not being an amazing dad, though. Obviously for him, pickleball's the priority.
and a wife, like, that comes first, okay? Like, let's get that out there, get that clear. But like, man, this was just so fun and so good for me as a mom. Now I get to go show my baby boys, like, look what your mama did. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Well, guys, big announcement. I'm going pro with Paul in pickleball.
I had 2 people yesterday say, Paul, I think your wife may be going pro before you. And
I gotta imagine everyone around Paul is aware that his dream is not realistic, right? Other than maybe Morgan, because she's kind of in his sphere, and maybe he hypes it up enough, but like, all the guys at his gym are just like absolutely trashing him, right? Like, they have to be being the meanest.
say, Paul, I think your wife may be going pro before you. And if that happens, it happens. And I will be a very supportive husband.
He'll be the stay-at-home dad he thought he was gonna be when he married me.
That wasn't the realm of possibility with Morgan's music.
Hello,
Honestly,
Zarek.
great weekend.
Welcome back.
Really thankful for weekends like this, and just seeing you, knowing that that's inside of you is just like a true competitor that wants to go all out with something like that and was able to leave it all on the court, tap into this zone that you rarely get in. It was really exciting for me to watch. And also just, you know, you, as mothers are so invested here at home, pouring into our kids, and then seeing you be able to go and celebrate like victories was great. And I'm so glad for you, baby.
Thanks. It was so fun.
It was. I couldn't believe it. I'm still in shock.
Me too. I keep watching the video of the final point and that our friend Sam took, and just like all of our pickleball friends there cheering us on, and I just keep smiling. I'm like, oh, so fun.
Hey, man, I know we are very fortunate.
Yeah, super thankful for the pickleball community. Crazy.
Yeah, it is. It is. And it's a really cool just mission field to be able to love these people well and try to be administrators of the gospel with them, because that's
Of course I was muted. Sorry, it feels like we turned on a dime there. Sorry, Morgan, we were just talking about your victory, I know, but now it's time to proselytize for our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
at the core of everything that we do.
Yeah.
And there's other Christians
The mood just takes a complete dive.
in this circle that we can encourage, and then look to love people that don't know Christ.
Yeah.
So that's a cool thing. I have some good takeaways moving forward. I was chat GPTing yesterday how to have better endurance and prevent cramping.
I'm sorry, what?
Yesterday, have some good takeaways moving forward. I was chat GPTing.
Paul is one of these stupid idiots. It's a little redundant, I know. I'm keeping it. Paul's one of these stupid idiots that uses chat GPT like Google, and it's so bad. It's so bad. That said, I think Paul should continue. I'm sure he'll get great pro sports advice. Real Talk with Riri, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the community.
Yesterday, how to have better endurance and prevent cramping for the long tournament.
He wants to go pro but needs chat GPT how to get cramps. Guys, he posted on Instagram once where he was like, guys, I think I found the key to sports. It's doing the same thing over and over again to get better at it. And it made me want to bang my head against a wall. Like, that's just anything, but especially sports. What are you talking about?
And it just showed me that there's more that I need to be doing.
He works out on one protein bar, of course. He cramps up. Oh, it's a diet thing, I think, for sure. If you know Paul has this weird aversion. I think it's because of his dad, and I do want to cover him and his dad sometime in a future episode, because his dad is not a nutritionist or anything. He has no qualifications, but just like Paul fancies himself a pickleball expert, Paul's dad fancies himself a dietitian expert or a diet expert, and basically his whole thing is just, don't be fat! You know what I mean? He doesn't care about, like, macros or making sure you're getting, like, protein or, like, fiber. It's basically just, don't be fat. And I think he kind of gave Paul a pseudo-eating disorder. And Paul doesn't know, like, he needs to be making sure he's getting, like, protein and everything. Because as he's done the pickleball thing, he's just gotten thinner and thinner. And it's like, there's nothing wrong with being thin, but, like, I think he's trying to bulk up to some extent and build some muscle, and you can't do it without protein. I think he's under-eating. But whatever. Unstable Deadbeat with 26 months says, just 1 month away from my 3rd sub baby. Better start thinking about sub baby names, Hannah. Oh, I will. I'll put a lot of thought into it. I'm sure I won't come up with it 3 seconds after it's time to name it.
Doing a lot, yeah. There's more I need to be doing, and so just continuing to step things up.
Didn't his dad also, quote, help Morgan with her post-birth weight? Oh yeah, it's bad.
So I will do that.
Amen.
Life is good. We are about to head to see Nate and Sutton. And perhaps,
maybe we'll vlog some of that. It's a great time. We'll play some pickleball there, of course.
Of course. And, you know, this was one of those vlogs where it was nice because nothing overly dramatic or emotional happened. And that is, to be honest, like, that's a lot.
You thought Freddy Krueger was scary? I'm Fred, what did I call this? What did I call this stupid fucking costume? Never mind. It is coming out, by the way, for those that don't know. Nightmare on Elm Street 7-film collection on 4K is coming out later this year. Pretty excited about that. That'll be in my collection right there next to my Friday the 13th collection. It's gonna be beautiful. Femi Krueger, that's what I called it.
A lot of our life.
Yeah.
The reality is that is like most of our life. But in my mind, when we're vlogging and then something does come up, I'm like, okay, this is good too, because this is part of our life. And this is
Have I mentioned that Nightmare on Elm Street is my favorite horror series of all time?
cool opportunity to
Big fan.
share this part.
Fennikagami says, Morgan feels so apologetic about her own accomplishments, it makes me so sad. I got my wife into Bloodborne even though she only ever did racing games. I help her with the levels, but she fights the bosses. She's almost done with her first playthrough and she feels so... Excuse me. And she feels so accomplished, and I'm so happy for her every time she beats a boss. I encourage her to go for harder difficulty because I think it's good for her self-esteem. Agreed. It feels weird that she feels guilty about it, it seems like.
Of our life, but obviously we're figuring out the balance there.
What did I call the Spock one? I think Hana. Like, Ha-na, because I think Vulcan names are typically like 4 letters for women. Like it's usually like a T'Pol or like a 4 or 5 letters, and there's usually an apostrophe. So we went from Hannah to like Hana or something. I don't remember.
Yes.
Comment below, you guys, if you have any questions for us.
Sounds a little more Klingon, honestly, but.
Or if there's any parts in this video that stood out to you. Shout out again to Morgan for being a true fighter and a victor. We're excited for our next vlog with you guys. We love you all. Be blessed. Have hope.
And be free.
Boy, wouldn't it be nice if the rest of these clips are all just, like, nice? Wouldn't that be so good if the rest of this is just, like, good and cool and, like, I don't have to, like, talk about what a nightmare it is to be Morgan?
What's going on? We have a little predicament that we are facing. I don't want to overblow it, but it's something that we are facing, and I wanted to get genuinely love for you guys to weigh in on this in the comment section and help us sort through it. Okay, do you want to say
Right.
something before I just launch in?
Beep, boop, bop.
Yeah, there it is. Signature Morgan. So you guys have probably seen, but in the last month and a half or so,
Sure.
okay, you're a
2
lot of
months?
help. 2 months. In the last 2 months or so, let's move it this way a little bit. We started making more Reels / YouTube Shorts. It's just something that comes naturally to Morgan and I. We've really
What does that mean? Making YouTube shorts comes naturally to me. I can't even begin to decipher what they think that means, if I'm being honest. I thought I was internet brained, I really did, but I guess I'm not as bad as some people. Holy shit.
enjoyed it, and people seem to like them. Like, they get a good amount of views and a pretty good amount of love. Is that, have I laid the groundwork okay?
Yes.
Okay. We see it being something that we will continue to do moving forward. I guess let's just rip off the Band-Aid. We made one with Nate and Sutton. Shout out to Nate and Sutton. And it's been getting like a good amount of traction on YouTube. Okay, it's 206,000, which is way bigger than most of our shorts.
Yeah.
And then it's had, over 100,000 on Instagram.
You put on 2 pairs of socks on 1 foot? Okay. I assume there's music playing, but they had to remove it for YouTube because TikTok, you know, there's more leeway with the music and stuff. Oh, the joke is that their husbands are idiots? Okay, that's like Gen X humor.
There it is. We've made several
It just feels like Gen X humor of like, your husband's an idiot.
reels in the last couple weeks that
It's kind of like how boomer humor is, I hate my wife, you know what I mean? Gen X humor, a lot of it is, my husband's an idiot. Homer Simpson humor.
are kind of along in
To be clear, I do like the first 10 or so seasons of The Simpsons. I'm just, you know, that's the joke, is generally dumb guy.
this vein.
Mm-hmm.
Should we just go ahead and read the comments and then we'll keep diving further into it?
Sure.
Say something. Just say something.
As we all know, we can't.
They aren't Gen X. I didn't necessarily say they are. He's only a little older than me, and she's actually little younger than me, I think. They're still doing Gen X humor.
Please everyone, and especially on social media, definitely can't please everyone. And so some people have been getting mad because they feel as though we are disrespecting men in our reels slash.
So they did a joke that clearly Paul consented to, because he was in it. It's a scripted video, obviously, but they decided to do it. But in the Christian TikTok Instagramosphere, I don't know if you know this, a lot of those men are very sensitive, and you're not allowed to make fun of them, otherwise you're disrespecting the Lord's, who the Lord put in charge of your household.
I am also disrespecting my husband and not being a respectful, loving wife.
This is the world Morgan has to live in, where she's surrounded by people who tell her constantly, no matter what she does, that she's not good enough and she's not respecting her husband enough.
Let us know
What
in the
a
comments,
nightmare.
like, what was your genuine, because like we really appreciate our YouTube audience, our core group, our patrons. Like we value your all's input. What was your initial reaction to seeing that reel?
I thought it was hilarious.
Here's what a couple comments that are on the YouTube short, because we posted it on Instagram and YouTube short.
I feel like we're like sideways.
We are?
Everyone, hold on.
Why is it funny to disrespect men like this? And then someone commented on that and said, right underneath it, and said, that's what I'm saying. Serious cut towards men. I'm tired of this stuff. It's so worldly.
It's so worldly. I'm very much with Morgan's facial expression here. Yeah, Morgan. Yeah. Lennon Cat says their audience is extremely patriarchal that even the most simplistic joke at a man's expense he actively and willingly participated in is a slight against the divine order.
If you don't like men and or want to think you're one, just say it.
And then someone underneath said it's a joke.
And or wanna think you're one? What is this? Sigmund Freud, back from the dead, starts posting about dick envy.
Crying, laughing faces.
Do you get the vibes that we're going here? One other person commented and said, Homer Simpson would be proud of this vid.
Oh, see, there you go. Someone else made the same comparison. It's Homer Simpson humor.
Making men look dumb. Isn't there enough of this stereotype?
No offense, man, but like, how do I put this? Everyone has the capability of being dumb. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone does silly things. But if we're gonna make some sort of arbitrary, uncalled for gender divide comment, there is something about some dudes who just kind of, you know, they leap before they look. And I think that's kind of where that joke tends to come from. A certain kind of guy who's a little overconfident and you know, doesn't think before they do things. Again, that's not universal. That is stereotyping. It absolutely is. But, you know, it's a comedic trope. You don't have to agree with it. It's just a thing that exists out in the ether.
type coming from Hollywood. So I personally do like taking stuff like this seriously, and if I'm being completely honest,
Same.
do you?
Yep.
Do you? Do you?
No, I just don't listen to random people online who, you know, it's not that people online can't call me out, and like specifically our patrons and people that we've like established relationships with, and even sometimes a total stranger coming on and making a comment, or someone close to us, but like,
I like that the implication is if you give me money, I'm more beholden to your opinion. That's not great, is it? Like, don't get me wrong, I appreciate people who support me on Patreon or donate or give subs or whatever, but like, no offense, I'm not going to shape my opinion or content based on that. You know what I mean? Wouldn't that be disingenuous? Wouldn't that be incredibly cynical to do things or say things just because someone paid you? I don't know. That just seems gross to me.
yeah, I would rather
Hats off. Harold Elbowman, what would you like me to do for the hats off? I do still have to have this hat or something, so.
listen to someone close to us bring it up face to face rather than making a comment, you know who.
Just making a joke.
One of these comments was someone that we know. That we love and know.
I get it, I get it.
To me, it's just like,
Those are points. That's different. You can buy me with loyalty points. Or at least buy what hat I wear. Hydrate. I can do that.
this is, yeah, I don't know.
Well,
Whatever.
oftentimes, like, we saw someone else make that reel, the one that we did with Nate and Sutton, and I just thought it was really funny because he's putting the sock on over his other sock. The wives come in, and the guys.
I thought it was you that was putting the sock on over the other sock. Did I miss-see that? Am I crazy? Hold on. No, that's you put on the sock. He didn't even remember the bit he filmed. That's interesting.
And even sometimes a total stranger comes.
No. Over his other sock, the wives come in, and the guys. In my mind, too, it's kind of like, I'm not good at multitasking. I don't think Nate's good at multitasking. And so kind of the point there that I took from it was these two guys are talking and multitasking, it's not going well. I just think that's funny. But Morgan, if I'm being honest, like, I have had the thought, because we made a reel recently talking about how slow I was, and then it compared me while you're like ready to go and I'm over there like moving really slow, and it compared me to a sloth.
This extraordinary creature is half blind, half deaf.
Oh, he was talking about a reel they copied? So wait, they're admitting that they just did the same thing they saw someone else do? That's just plagiarism, right? That's just being like, yep, we saw someone else do a joke and we plagiarized it. Do they know that that's not cool? Like, do they know that that's, like, not cool? Am I a boomer? Is plagiarism okay now? What the fuck happened? Zarek Shadow says, what kind of name is Sutton? Is it short for something? No, I knew people growing up with the last name Sutton. That's a name.
And this is just about as fast as it can move.
Yeah.
And that one, there was a comment on there that I remember.
And let me just say, all of these reels, I think, that I've gotten pushback on have all been reels that Paul has found and sent to me and said, we gotta film this. So I'm not even the one being like, babe, will you film this with me, please? I think it's so funny.
But you know what I have done, though? There have been once or twice.
Comedy is always a copy of others. Comedy is derivative often. Like all writing and creativity, it is derivative, and there are often tropes. That does not mean it is a copy, and there is a difference, I would argue.
While we're filming these type of reels, and you'll maybe...
There's a difference between being inspired and doing your own twist on something and just seeing a bit someone else does and literally doing the same bit. You can build on things. You can't just copy it verbatim.
Give me, like...
I mean, you can. I just think you're an asshole.
In the reel, you'll do something that
in my mind crosses the line a little bit. Like there was one where I had told you like, hey babe, do this, and you were kind of like, ah. And I was like, let's cut that, because that does feel disrespectful. So it is this line that we're trying to navigate, because we, even having fun and doing these short videos, we don't want to give off this perception of a...
Zytam says, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery that mediocrity can pay to greatness. Oscar Wilde. He said a lot of great, funny things.
Wife that...
And then went to jail.
Thinks...
Did he get out? What happened with Oscar Wilde? I know he got in trouble for the gay thing.
It disrespects...
What happened after that?
Her husband. And thinks her husband is an idiot. Yeah. So even though I'm laughing at these reels and I'm like, yeah, babe, make fun of me being so slow.
He did get out? Oh, good.
I have had the thought of, well, when it comes to the shows that we want Luca to watch, we don't really want him watching shows where it portrays the dad as being an ignoramus and the mom wearing the pants in the family. And so our...
This isn't... Making fun of me is against the Lord's design, actually. Zarek Shadow says, speaking of Oscar Wilde, we should watch more Mentors next VHS Vault. We should. We
a little bit contributing to that stereotype. that has been...
Oh my god, Morgan doesn't want to take this seriously at all, and he's just like, god damn it.
Something.
This is hurting me.
I'm like, yeah. If we're going to do these, like, I don't want to just go all in, even though... Let's just be real, like, I think it is funniest most of the time to make fun of the husband. Well, I don't know why. Would you agree with that?
He got out, but he spent the rest of his life depressed. Relatable.
Yeah.
Why is...
Queer and depressed. The title of my autobiography.
Why is that?
I think that there are just so many stereotypes when it comes to husbands and wives, and, like, the husbands, and just, like, how... It's just stereotypical of men to just not be able to multitask. It's stereotypical of men, to be slower, which maybe not all men, but Paul specifically.
The one where I came...
That's less of a stereotype and more just an observation that your husband takes a long time to get ready. That's not a stereotype about a group of people. That's an observation about an individual person that you're making fun of. Now... You don't want to do that too much because it is your partner. So, like, yeah, you could overdo it. But, like, we all have little things with our partners that you could be like, oh, you take a long time to get ready, or some other, thing that doesn't really matter. But maybe you poke fun at each other over it, Not in a serious way, just in a, we're human beings interacting and notice things about each other way. I don't know. I think he's taking it a little too seriously. But if it does hurt his feelings, fair enough, He has feelings. He's allowed.
And said, babe, I think I caught what you're having. Which is because that is people think that's hilarious. So many women were like, yes, my husband, when I get sick, he gets sick, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Do we need to make more fun of women?
Yes, clearly women don't get made fun of by men ever. What an astute observation. Women never get belittled or made fun of in society or by men or anyone ever, actually. Brilliant.
Of wives. I think it's funny because people have gotten on me for, oh, Paul's this controlling husband, and yet most of the reels are making fun of me. And they don't seem to have a problem with that, except for some of these Christian women that think that it's disrespectful.
Yeah, and that's the thing though, like there's tons of content creators out there who make fun of the wives. Like there are men out there who their entire Instagrams are them pretending to be their wives, and they're wearing a goofy hat and a scarf and walking around with a frappuccino and like being like, honey, you can't even believe it. So like there's plenty of content creators out there doing that, and I think they're...
Yeah, but like that's making fun of women, which they think is justified because they're not allowed to make fun of men in their mind because men are made in the image of God. You're just the helpmeet. So shut up and help.
Hilarious.
Lencat says, Oscar Wilde once sued the Marquis of Queensberry, the mother of Wilde's boyfriend, for libel and slander. The defense attorney then said it's not libel if it's true, and then called all of Wilde's exes as witnesses.
I'm not offended by it. I don't think that man is disrespecting his wife. I think it's hilarious and stereotypical, and it's just like, sorry, but it's funny. But that doesn't mean, you know, just because something is funny
People are, it says, Hannah, my LLC filing got approved. I was going to do different thing, but now I'm going to partner with Shein to do a MAGA Kevlar turtleneck apparel line. Oh, that'll be good. Let me know when your first round of investors is starting out.
doesn't mean that we should, like, whatever, indulge in it or spur it on or whatever.
Well, I've seen accounts that really go hard in this kind of husband and wife humor, and I do watch them, and I'm like, ooh, it's kind of.
I can't believe they made a 15-minute video about this. I'm gonna move on to the next one, because who the fuck cares? Like, I could not care less.
Well, our life looks a little bit different as of late. It's taken a little bit of a turn.
We are now up to 3 months ago, so we are closing in on the present. 3 months ago.
Glad to have Morgan still with us. Morgan, why don't we just share with the YouTube audience? Good to see you guys, by the way. We're glad to be back. It was kind of like we gotta open up here on YouTube and talk about this. Like, this is interesting stuff. Real life, interesting stuff. Challenging, obviously. But Morgan, how are you feeling?
All right, let's start from the beginning.
Yeah.
I have been waking up at 5:30 in the morning to go to the gym, which I've been loving for the past month. And I woke up one Wednesday morning 2 weeks ago. And I did my workout. It was a new workout that I had never done before. And felt great. Went home, lived my life. Later that afternoon, I got the boys up from their naps and we headed down to a park that's close to us, and I felt this like pain in the back of my neck. It wasn't even my neck, it was like my skull, and I was like, oh, I guess I have like a little headache. I don't know, it's probably from allergies, whatever. Maybe I'll take a Tylenol later, I don't know. So anywho, I go on carrying Luca, Judah all over the place. We're chasing Luca around the park. We play a little bit of pickleball. Later that evening, Paul and I are supposed to go out and play pickleball, and
I'm speeding it up to 1.5 because she talks incredibly slowly.
It wasn't my neck. I keep saying my neck, but my head, the base of my skull, just kept hurting so bad. Like, I couldn't really turn, but it didn't feel like times when I've tweaked my neck down in here. So I was like, this is really weird.
We played a couple games, and Morgan she was playing really bad, and we ended up calling it. Really supposed to be a date night.
Yeah.
We transitioned out of pickleball.
I was like in so much pain. I was like, we gotta stop. So we played 3 games. I shouldn't have even played all 3 of those games.
So fast forward,
I play a pickleball tournament.
This is a different video, Mr. Duck Sauce. This is an entirely different video than earlier. It's them talking. That's their channel.
On that Saturday, I felt great. I didn't feel any pain, no headache of any kind. I win gold in that tournament. It's
incredible.
My second gold, baby.
It's incredible. Unfortunately, that's gonna be your last.
Stop.
For a long, long time.
Don't say that, baby.
No. But for a while.
The topic is still about their pickleball thing. Yeah, they talk about pickleball all the time. They're delusional. Yeah.
Keep going.
You get it.
Win that tournament. I have adrenaline just racing through me. I get home and my dad was building a swing set for Luca and Judah. So sweet. And he has to leave. He wasn't able to finish it. So I go out there and I finish it. I build a swing set. And so, anywho, wake up Sunday morning and I feel that headache, achy pain back there again. It wasn't like so horrible yet.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Apologize. I was mowing while you were building the swing set, right?
Yes, babe.
For the haters, I was mowing. I'm pretty sure, right? Wasn't I?
You went and played pickleball.
Surely not.
Yeah. You were like, I'll mow the other night.
That was when I went out and, yeah. I went and...
Oh yeah, I am an absent person from the household because I'm obsessed with a dream that's never gonna happen. Sorry, I forgot. H-Bird says, what's the percentage of their audience that takes them seriously versus the percentage that hate watch versus the percentage that are on other YouTubers reacting for content? I really don't know. I think it's probably a lot of people who watch them for the drama. Because, like, they do get covered by, like, Fundie Fridays and other channels that kind of do the Fundie drama thing. It's probably closer to 50-50 than they would be comfortable with, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, because I got a text from some of the old friends. Yeah. That's what happened, yeah. So I didn't mow.
No, and he just laughed at me.
It's
But it's fine. I love putting things together. It does not bother me at all. But it was a ginormous swing set. I moved the entire swing set by myself.
Which I would not have advised. I wish.
Again, it's so interesting that it's like they pretend that they're doing some sort of like traditional fundamentalist gender roles thing, but the only gender role that seems to actually apply is that Paul is in charge and makes all the decisions and Morgan doesn't have agency. Other than that, she can do all the physical work. She like is apparently putting together a swing set, which is a very traditionally masculine role. Meanwhile, Paul gets to go out in his booty shorts and hang out with his bros at the gym all day, which is not, you know, traditional father-husband shit. It's more like, you know, single guy in San Francisco in the 80s shit. It's just weird. It's almost like they're LARPing as fundamentalists, but they're not even really going through the motions of it. It's like they're just pretending. I don't know. It's weird.
It's pretty light. Okay. It's like a toddler version of a...
Morgan drove them both ways back on that 4-hour tournament. That's true. She drives, which is, again, I don't think it matters, but traditionally that would be the man would drive. So it's just weird. They act like they're so traditional, but they're not, except in that Paul is in charge definitively, but everything else is just whatever.
Swing set. So anywho,
I'm glad that we can laugh.
I gave him full permission to go, and I truly meant it. I was like, I'm gonna have a nice peaceful night out here building this swing set, sipping on my sparkling water.
I bless her, I think you could say, by allowing her to have that night to herself.
Such a blessing.
So continue. So that was, you were feeling good.
Felt great. So woke up Sunday morning,
So you
had a
were
headache.
supposed to play in mixed doubles of the same tournament and kick butt again.
Yeah. But we were gonna go to late church service around 11:15, and around 10:45, I was sitting here on the couch with Luca. Judah was taking a nap, and I was like, something's not right. Like, this is not a normal pain. It's not a neck pain. I don't know what this is, but it's just like shooting up into my face. My vision was like blacking out, like black spots. And so Paul came out of the bathroom or something, and I said, I need to go lay down. So we did not go to church. I like passed out for like 2 hours, woke up.
Not literally passed out.
I don't know. I like fell asleep for like 2 hours, and which is very uncommon. I do not nap. And I was like, I woke up and was like, I'm not okay. Like, I have a horrific migraine. I don't know what's going on. This pain down here, like I couldn't even like touch around this area, or else it would just like shoot. So we had actually our neighbor who's a physical therapist come over, and he kind of like examined me, and he was like,
oh my God, go to a doctor.
Like, I'm assuming
respect to physical therapists, but like,
that from the work,
go to the emergency room.
That you did on Wednesday, because that's when you started feeling the pain, that's when it really like started happening, that the workout kind of made this pain happen. You probably just pulled some muscles up here. He's like, there's a lot of muscles that could, like, when they're inflamed, they hit nerves. And he was like, that's the most common thing to happen here. But he basically afterwards was like, but if like tomorrow you start experiencing other symptoms like throwing up.
Would this be a bad time to point out that I'm pretty sure that they're on like Medicare or Medicaid, whichever is the one that, you know, you don't have to be old to be on. They're on public insurance, I'm pretty sure, because neither of them has like a job with benefits, and in America that's how most people get stuff. Medicaid, thank you. So even though they voted for Trump and hate quote-unquote socialism and think that social programs are bad, a lot of her medical issues and the fact that she can't get diagnosed is down to the fact that they're on some sort of public, you know, healthcare thing that's making it difficult for her to get the treatments and tests she needs. Yeah, they're hypocrites. It sucks.
Or, you know, vision blur, your face goes numb, you don't know where you are, whatever, like, go to the ER right away. So the next day I wake up and I'm like, okay, I think I feel okay. And then 10 minutes later it was like, no, you don't. It was horrible. I start vomiting. It's terrible. I was so nauseous all day Sunday. I didn't eat, like, at all on Sunday. And then Monday, didn't eat at all. And late afternoon, I'm like laying on the floor after vomiting, and I just start like hysterically crying. Like, it's so weird how I remember this, but like I didn't know where I was. Like, I couldn't wrap my mind around the idea that I was in my bathroom. It was so weird. So I started crying. Paul had just been in the bathroom checking on me, asking if I need anything. I said no. And like 10 seconds later, I'm like crying hysterically. And he comes in and, do you want to share?
Oh, yeah. I mean, ultimately it was just like she was...
You just thought I was in pain.
It was hard to know because, yeah, like, and she had talked about having a migraine. I was like making some calls of like, you know, what are symptoms of a bad migraine? If she tweaked her neck, now she's got a migraine. But she was saying like, yeah, where am I? I'm crying. And so it just got to the point, took her to the ER.
Yeah, so went to the ER a little bit later, not like immediately, but probably like an hour later, because he kind of asked me, he was like,
Depraved Ambiance says, most conservatives don't understand what social programs even are. They moralize it, so because they believe that bad people are on welfare, they define themselves out of being a welfare recipient. Oh, I know, my parents are Trump supporters, voted for him 3 times, they're terrible people, and they've been defrauding services for years. I will openly tell you that. I hope they get caught. They're awful people. Yeah, they're like deep red Republicans, vote for Trump, you know, and they talk about fucking welfare queens and shit, and meanwhile, they are the ones defrauding government services. It's hypocrisy. It's people doing a terrible thing that they don't need, and then being like, well, at least I'm not as bad as these imaginary people I made up that I can villainize. Absolutely fucking disgusting. My parents were terrible, terrible people. Ugh. Anyway.
do you want to go to the hospital? I'm like, I don't like hospitals. So I was kind of like, no.
It's hard, and I mean, you guys let us know like where you're at with it. It's hard to know when something has like moved into we need to go to the ER, or when it's just like, you know,
this is a really terrible migraine.
Yeah, and you're just gonna have to stick it out because.
How are they committing fraud? Oh, my mom was lying, and I don't know if she still is, but my mom, for some sort of healthcare reason, was lying about being with my dad. She claimed that they were, like, separated or something, but they weren't really. They were still living together. They're still together. They, you know, but she was defrauding, like, to get, healthcare stuff. Which, to be fair, I think everyone should get healthcare. Like, I would get it if she was like, I need to do this, and I know it's not necessarily great, but I need to do it. It's the hypocrisy. It's the fact that she would defraud the system, meanwhile demonizes other people on the same system, or demonizes, like, other people of different races for using the system and claiming they don't really need it, but she does. You know what I mean? Like, I get, you gotta do what you gotta do to survive. I'm saying the problem is my parents are hypocritical monsters who take everything for themselves but deny help to others because they don't deem them worthy.
This unfortunately happens.
My mom grew up, like, I grew up watching my mom.
They consider themselves very Christian, by the way, which sickens to me to my fucking core. I'm gonna sit them down and tape them to a chair and make them listen to the song Who Would Jesus Bomb for 24 hours straight till it gets to their fucking head.
I have migraines, so I just kind of thought, well, I'm 30, maybe I'm gonna start having migraines like my mom, and like this, like whatever I did working out, like pushed me into that. I don't know.
And then building half of the swing set.
Yeah, and playing pickleball, whatever. It's like I tweaked a muscle, and I'm starting to have migraines.
And
now.
She got a really bad sunburn, so
Yeah.
I'm talking to my brother, and he's like, I'm pretty sure it's. Shout out to my brother, he's awesome, but he's like, I'm pretty sure it's sun poisoning. I had that, and I had some of these symptoms. So we're getting like all this different advice.
Okay, so that's what happened. So Monday, so an hour later, my mom arrived. She knew that I was in a lot of pain. She came over, and she was like, all right, like, it's time to go to the hospital. So we went. My mom took me. Well, I stayed back with the boys. And we get there, and it's like a 3+ hour long wait, and I'm in so much pain. I'm like in the bathroom on my knees at the ER, like trying to throw up again, and I don't have anything in me to throw up. And I was just like, I can't stay here like this for 3 hours. And my mom knew that, so she went and got the car after about an hour or so of waiting. Maybe we waited less, I don't know. It felt like 10 million years for me, but we
Nemesaur, thanks for gifting 10 tier 1 subs. Thank you very much.
come
Appreciate
home
ya.
and my mom ordered like a mobile IV nurse to come, and she gave me fluids, and she gave me some like anti-inflammation that was supposed to help with headaches. And I just passed out. I went to sleep. Like, it was like 6 or 7 o'clock, and I just like was out for the rest of the night.
Again, not actually passed out.
Yeah, asleep.
Because this is medical of nature, which.
How in the world? She was describing being so confused and in pain in their bathroom that she didn't even know where she was, and Paul didn't take her to a hospital? This is insane to me. If my wife was, like, in any state even close to this, it would not have been a question. It would not have been the next day. It would have been at the moment. They're so lucky she didn't die right there. Fenekagami says, good news for our Medicaid havers. The fearless, strong leader Chuck Schumer is planning to use the budget battle to make demands of the Republicans. The demands? Pretty please put off the Medicaid cuts until the end of 2026. That's it. That's all he wants to demand. Please call your senators and tell them how to feel about this great leadership. Could Chuck Schumer go away? That would be awesome. Chuck Schumer, go retire and spend time with the Tulpa family that lives in your head, you sick fuck. If we could get leadership that, you know, wasn't alive during World War II, I'd just fucking love it. Fun fact, if you were alive during the Summer of Love, you shouldn't be in government.
Probably make sure we're specific.
Yeah, so Tuesday morning I wake up and we're all kind of like, Paul's like,
Skifazoa says, and don't forget they're unemployed, so once the new work requirement kicks in, they'll likely lose their Medicaid. Oh, fun.
how are you feeling? And I'm like, I don't know.
That's day 3 after the first symptom. Ooh, responsible.
And this happened like every morning. I would wake up and feel like kind of okay. And then immediately, like 10 minutes after waking up, it hit me again. And I just was sitting on the couch, like, just kind of delirious and so much pain. And we were like, all right, let's try the ER again. We were actually going to go to urgent care. So that's what we did. And they were like, we don't have any like scans here. And you're going to need a CT for sure if it's with your head and neck. And so they're like, you're going to have to go back to the hospital. So Paul called and they're like, there's no wait right now. So we got there. They got us right in. We go in to triage, and the doctor there...
You mind if I share this part?
Yeah,
This is...
I'm glad that you like this Real Talk with Riri. Yeah, we cover all sorts of stuff. I normally cover, like, conspiracy theorists and the weird things they believe, but I don't know. I've been getting back into, like, Fundie stuff. It's a little lighter, at least relatively speaking. If you had told me a decade ago that watching, like, fundamentalists being cringe on the internet would be the easy, fun part of my job, I would be very scared for the future. Rightfully so.
To me, it's just so interesting and fascinating. So we go in, he's sitting down with Morgan, and the doctor's doing different, you know, he's saying, touch here, push on me here. And he ends up saying, all right, based off of the symptoms you've described,
your age, your health.
Age, health, activity, because you worked out and then did pickleball and built the swing set, he said, I'm very confident that you have a bad next week, and it's causing these other symptoms. And in my mind, I'm like, that's what I thought too, doctor. She has a bad next week, sunburn, migraine, and here's her symptoms. He was like, I'm, what did he say, 99% sure? Something like that. I'm 99% sure, bad next week. There is this other thing that it could be that's more significant.
Like, it would be so rare. So I'm not even like going to go into that.
He's like, but let's just run some tests to be sure.
Yeah.
And so at that point, I'm like, praise the Lord. That's what we wanted to hear. So I had
Nope, I read that, Skifazoa.
out because I was in 30-minute parking. So I drive to Timbuktu to the parking garage.
And they get me back for a CT scan, and I'm like just kind of laying in a bed afterwards waiting for Paul to come back, and the like doctor comes out and he had like looked at my CT scan, and I got
absolutely crazy to me that Paul left in the middle of this. Like he was like, all right, it was the thing I already thought it was. Definitely cool. I'm very overconfident. See you later, babe.
Tell you, he had like the saddest puppy dog eyes. He came and like sat right beside me on the bed, and he was like,
you haven't even told me this because I'm like waiting to get the phone call from you because I'm out.
Yeah. So he was like, is your partner here with you? Were you here with someone? And I was like, yeah, he's just parking. Like, it's taking him a while to find a spot and whatever. And he's like, okay, yeah, definitely tell him to come back. And he was like, so got your CT results and you have a vertebral artery dissection. And I was just like,
oh, a vertebral artery dissection. So an artery in her fucking vertebrae. Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
They're giving me some pain meds at this point, and I was like, what?
They're giving you like pretty stinking strong pain meds.
No, not yet.
Okay.
Not yet. They're just giving me something for a migraine. It was like Benadryl and something else.
She was bleeding into her neck. Based on recent events, I take it that that's better than bleeding out of it. Is that over a line? Nah.
That apparently is like a migraine cocktail to help relieve your pains. But so he's like, yeah, it's very serious. He was like, we're gonna have the neurology team and the neurosurgeons come down and talk to you, and we'll kind of like go from there. They'll be the ones to decide your treatment. But you know, I was like, what does the treatment look like surgery or what? Because I heard like dissected artery. I'm like, am I just like squirting blood everywhere up in my brain right now? Like, what is happening? And he was like, sometimes surgery is required. They go in and put like a stent in, but a lot of times it's treated with medicine. He's like, I am going to let them talk to you about that because that's not my specialty. He's like, I just am kind of coming here to let you know, like, this is more serious than a tweaked muscle.
So she calls me,
yeah,
and I'm out, and she just shares that with me. Yeah. And I'm like, in my mind immediately, I'm like, have the doctor's words, the initial doctor playing in my mind of, 99% sure there's this rare thing, but I'm almost positive it's not that. And then it turns out to be that thing. And it just like hit me upside the head.
Yeah.
Like my wife has, and you told me what it was, you know, and so I'm like ChatGPTing it.
That's always his first instinct, is to use ChatGPT. I'm telling you, if you're like, who are these people using ChatGPT every day? It's people like Paul. It's the Pauls of the world. We're doomed. Doomed.
Vertebral
artery dissection. And it was just one of those moments where just life stands still. Because you have, you know, in our day-to-day...
Fenekagami says, honestly, no. Internal bleeding can often be worse because it's hard to stop and the pressure can cause organ failure. I know, I was just making a joke about... Well, don't make me say it. Then I feel like an asshole. And when I really lay out what I'm saying there... I'm such a terrible person. Whatever.
They like, we have so many things going on, so many things that we're thinking about, anxieties that we're trying to trust the Lord with, good things, bad things, life's just going well, health is good, and then it's just like, my wife has a vertebral artery dissection. The thing that the doctor just said almost never happens, and almost is incredibly rare for someone like you.
Yeah, that was crazy.
So I get back, come over to Morgan, she's like on her bed in the hallway.
But you're our terrible person. True. If you have any messages for Charlie Kirk, let me know, and I'll pass them on when I get to hell.
Yeah, I was freaking in a hallway bed. I don't know if y'all's ERs have that, but our ER at UK, which is University of Kentucky, no, I was not in the UK, United Kingdom. People were messaging me like, why are you in the UK? University of Kentucky has these hallway beds, which are horrific. No one should ever have to come to the hospital and stay in a hallway bed. One of the nurses told me that her younger...
Oh man, it's almost like we should put some money into healthcare in this country, and more public money should be going into hospitals to make sure we have the capacity for the care needed in this country.
Sister had to go and stay in one of these hallway beds at the hospital for 4 days. I was there for like 36 to 40-ish hours. It was horrific.
Well, so yeah, that was...
Anywho, I mean, like, I'm like having vision problems and these bright lights shining down me. I watched an old man like die. I watched an old lady come in with like a gash down her head, blood just going down her face, all up in her hair, on her outfit. It was awful.
So anyway, we're sitting there again, calling our family, processing it, looking stuff up, and
yeah, to be clear, the doctors still think she may have vascular EDS, but they have not been able to do the actual full test yet. They are still working months later. This was 3 months ago. There's an update pretty recently. Maybe it was on the Instagram, but either way, the most recent update said they're still waiting on the test because there's some other stuff that Medicaid wants them to do before they can do the test. So, they're still not confirmed, but that's what they want to test for.
I'm out of it.
Morgan gets put on heavier meds.
I was in so much pain.
And so then this young doctor, couldn't have been more than 35, comes up and, you know, it's just this heavy, like, what is our life about to look like?
Yeah.
And she comes up and ultimately says...
She's a neurologist.
Since we're given the details, like, we're just, you know, we could just be, we're just going to keep, like, sharing the story. This is how it all went down, and we're still in the middle of it. Like, I'm grateful that Morgan wants to make this video. We're still in the middle of it. I mean, we'll get to that here in a second, but, like, she comes over and says, she was, like, Indian.
I'm grateful that Morgan wants to make this video. Is such a weird thing to say about your wife being willing to talk about her health issues for content. Gross.
How it all went down, and we're still in the middle of it. Like, I'm grateful that Morgan wants to make this video. We're still in the middle of it. I mean, we'll get to that here in a second, but, like, she comes over and says, she was, like, Indian, and she, I'm not gonna say that. Well, sometimes I like to try to do accents. I'm not going to. It's not the time or place.
Oh, these people are terrible. All right, fuck these people. Why do I choose to have empathy for these fuckers? And then they're just the worst. And then they're just the worst people in the world. They're literally talking about her potential, like, life endangering thing, and a doctor who was there to help you happens to potentially be of Indian descent, and your first thought is, I'm gonna do a racist-ass voice right now. Holy fuck. Fuck these people. Fuck these fucking people. I'm so tired of the lack of empathy. I am so tired of these children in adult bodies bullying people on the playground of life, thinking that this shit's okay. Pathetic. Lennon Cat says, for all their talk about gay marriage leading to people marrying their dogs, Morgan married a vulture. Ooh.
But she said, ultimately, you know, you're not going to want to pick up your kids anymore. And so, of course, my initial reaction, because that's one of the things is like, she can't be lifting more than 10 pounds for 6 weeks. So I'm like, okay, you know, after 6 weeks, she can get back into, and she just comes up and pretty much point blank says, you're not going to want to lift up your kids anymore.
Or do like heavy weights or any like strenuous workout type stuff.
And so, well, and my immediate reaction is, okay, like how long before she can pick up her, you know,
like
her baby?
10-month-old baby.
And she goes, and she kind of like reprimanded me and said, that is not a question you should be asking. It could be, because even when this heals, it could re-tear because you've had it once, so you shouldn't even be asking that. It's smartest.
She was like, never.
She was
you should
like,
not ever be lifting up your children or heavy things again if you don't want this to happen again.
And I was just like, what just happened?
And we were both, like Paul's over here thinking like, my wife is about to be scarred for life, being told.
This is something that like scares me and pisses me off about them, and I think it's fundamental to the worldview of some of these people. They fundamentally cannot accept that bad things can happen to them and all you can do is mitigate. They were told by a medical professional, by a doctor, that she could die if she picks up her kids. And their first reaction is to get indignant, as though the doctor is doing this to them. The doctor is not trying to hurt you, you fucking psychos. The doctor is giving you advice to save your wife's life. They get indignant, though. Oh, reality is doing something inconvenient for me, the main character? Well, that can't be true. Shut up. Stop telling me things that are inconvenient to my worldview. It's sick. These people are narcissists. Fennikagami says, I knew what you were joking about. I was just saying often a person suffers more if they bleed internally. I know. It's just, it wasn't, it's not the joke. Yes, people know that! You don't need to point it out! Also, fun fact, the FBI needed the shooter's father to rat on him to find Tyler because our government is also run by people like Paul, who use ChatGPT for everything. H-Bird says, I'd expect that a certain amount of denial is common when people get life-changing diagnosis, so the doctor likely was trying to cut through the fog. Yeah.
That she could never pick up her children again. I'm over here like, huh? Like, immediately I was like, first of all, like, who the heck do you think you are telling me I'm never gonna lift my kids again, bro? Like,
the doctor, you stupid asshole. Like, again, it's like she thinks this doctor was like, ah, ha, 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 a group of white fundamentalists, time to ruin their lives. Like, this is not about, like, what are you talking about, Morgan? She's trying to save your life. She's not trying to harm you, quite the opposite.
Go away. I'm not listening to anything you have to say
also,
anymore.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, she's gonna die, and it's so gonna be her fault.
ChatGPT and just looking stuff up on Google, it was like saying,
oh my god, they disagreed with the doctor, who they felt the need to point out was non-white because they're racist, and they go, well, I didn't like that, so I asked ChatGPT. She's gonna die!
Go away. I'm not listening to anything you have to say
also,
anymore.
ChatGPT and just looking stuff up on Google, it was like saying, you know, like ease back into it after this certain amount of time. So that was like, just another.
And like, before anyone's like, well, that doctor was probably like thinking Paul was like, well, she's got to carry our babies around and take care of them. Like, no.
Yeah, that is pretty much Paul's whole deal. Yep.
Paul was being very gentle and was like, what?
He was very gently pointing out the fact that he's an irresponsible father and doesn't take care of our children and needs me to do it so he can play pickleball.
What are you, like, what's the time frame here? Like, he was asking questions for me because I freaking couldn't talk because they had just given me, like, fentanyl. So yeah, it was not like a weird husband who
Oh,
wants.
I know that she wants to hold her baby.
Yeah, my 10-month-old baby. Oh my goodness.
And then
Ugh, don't you know I want to hold my baby? Okay, your want has nothing to do with the potential illness that could kill you. It would be like saying, the doctor said I have cancer and I'm gonna die in 3 months, but that hurts my feelings, so I got a second opinion from ChatGPT. That's effectively what they're doing here. Oh my god.
be able to function like a normal person,
Yeah.
lifting normal stuff after a certain amount of time.
Yeah.
So that was a very like sobering moment. But then, you know, again, let's just I guess fast forward. Stays in the hospital, stays overnight, is in the hallway bed the whole time. We're not here to like bash the
No,
healthcare stuff.
I am. Freaking fix it, University of Kentucky. Fix it.
Stop voting for Republicans, you hick-ass fucks.
Well, okay.
It's a huge hospital. I don't want to. I just don't. And nobody comment be like, well, there are protocols. I know. We were told. Fix it.
Most of the
That's the free market, baby.
doctors and nurses were very nice to work with, and some
Yeah.
of them even were like, yeah, this is just really
They're
unfortunate.
like, this is awful. We hate it. Complain about it, because if enough people complain about it, it will hopefully change. That's literally what they told my.
No, you'd have to vote for actual changes, you goddamn idiots. You goddamn idiots.
Mom. They gave her a card and said, contact customer service and complain about it.
That was really the only doctor that
Yeah, I'm sure you'll Karen your way into changing the healthcare system.
was just like left a really bad taste in my mouth.
Yeah, the next day we told some of the other doctors about that doctor, and they were just like appalled. They were like, what? They were like, do you remember her name? What department was she in? We are so sorry. Like, no, you will be able to pick your children up again. Like, don't panic. I'm so sorry you had to live with that thought in your brain for 24 hours. Like, no. So
Well,
that was good.
So then, as just further, the hours went on, they came and said, all right, so Morgan, like,
They did an MRI.
they did an MRI, CAT scan, and they said it's very rare for someone of your health, your age, to just suddenly have it without there being something like kind of
Like a
crazy,
car wreck.
crazy that happened. It's very rare that you'd have this artery dissection.
Yeah.
And one of the doctors said, I feel like this could be a hereditary syndrome called
VEDS, vascular Ehlers-Danlos syndrome.
Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. Ehlers-Danlos
which
syndrome.
causes, I'm sorry,
Yeah,
well, it makes your body, and I mean, we could Google it right
your
now.
veins, your vascular system is weaker. You're more likely to have things like this happen for no apparent reason. A lot of people go undiagnosed and live their whole lives without ever knowing that they had it. But if it does happen and you can catch it early on, you can treat it and be a lot safer.
To be clear, if you have vascular EDS, you're probably only going to live to like 30 or 40, if that. So saying that you can live your whole life and not know you have it, not a very long life.
Throughout like your older age.
That's how you're going to find out you had it, is you died at 40 and they're going to do an autopsy and go, oh shit, this person had vascular EDS.
Is what I guess this neurosurgeon was saying. He was like, I feel very confident that that's what this is. He's like, I want to rule it out. We want to rule it out, obviously, because it could have just been a fluke accident. And if that's the case, then that's the case. But if it's not, then us catching this right now is really great, because it could prevent you from having like organs just rupture for no reason down the road.
One of the biggest concerns, and still is, but especially early on, was that she would have a stroke, or maybe she had already had a stroke,
Yeah.
because of where there's this dissection.
Yeah.
The blood clots, where blood's flowing and it clots and can cause a stroke.
Yeah, so basically for the next 6 weeks, I have to have a live-in nanny because I can't, get Judah out of the crib. Can't put him in his high chair, can't leave the house because I can't put Luca or Judah in the car seat.
Reminder that, again, Paul does not have a job. He could stay home and be taking care of the kids with her, and that could be the quote-unquote live-in nanny. But they're not doing that, because Paul has to go play pickleball, obviously. So they're gonna have her mom or something come over.
Luca luckily can climb up on me and sit in my lap if he wants.
This was 3 months ago.
I can get on the ground for Judah to climb up on me, but yeah, I mean, if Paul is working, then I have to have help, and we have to keep living our lives, Paul's got to make money, and we still got to keep doing things, keep grinding. So family has really stepped up. It's been an insane blessing. Insane.
Oh, and just one more thing with the medical side, I still am hoping that this was a freak accident.
Yeah.
And
So in July.
her body will heal, and that'll be that. I know the doctor said he felt fairly confident that she has this syndrome, which if that's the case, that's going to be something more significant that will have to be.
Do we have any up-to-date info? She still has not been able to get the genetic testing that would confirm or disconfirm the VEDS.
monitoring and treating for the rest of her life. But again,
this is a serious health event, and they talk about it like it's a cavity. Yeah, I don't think, at least at this point, I would hope that by now she takes it more seriously. But at least at this point, neither of them really understands the gravity of this, I think.
Guess, yeah, that's something that I'm really just like, Lord, have your way, but please let her not have that.
Yeah.
But yeah, you were saying that, and we'll know.
Yeah, in July I have an appointment with rheumatology to do the testing for all that. And then I have appointments with neurology and have to get another CT scan in a couple weeks to make sure that this artery is healing correctly. I'm on some drugs right now to help with the pain and to help with the healing process. But all in all, you know.
You mentioned that the family's been.
Yeah, the Lord has just really, really provided. It's like we didn't even have to think about like what the next 6 weeks were gonna look like. Like everyone just kind of stepped up and was like, well, I'll be here for a week. I'll come each day this day, and I'll text this person to make sure they can come cover that day. And like, it's just been crazy thus far, like crazy good and a blessing and really sweet. And just seeing community around us come together to pour into us and provide meals. And yeah, I mean, literally we've been filming for 29 minutes. This is like the longest I've held my head up. My head feels very heavy right now.
We need to wrap it up.
Yeah.
It is funny like how such a blessing a meal is, or like
it's crazy
in times like this.
How much of a blessing that's been. I'm just gonna scoot on down a little. Just rest my head like this. My head feels very heavy. That's and the biggest.
Oh, they gave her good drugs, huh?
Thing. Well, I mean the pain has been the biggest thing, but I just have like
she's on better drugs than I was after my orky. Jesus.
I can function throughout the day back from the hospital and stuff, and like I haven't needed like the really heavy pain meds, but I can go about like 15 minutes before I'm like I gotta like lay down and rest my head. It's so heavy. So yeah. But, you know, people were asking me on Instagram, like, do you have peace? Like, are you okay? Like, this has to be so overwhelming. And I don't know. It's got to be the Lord because I really haven't felt overwhelmed. And I'm sure, like, I'll have moments. And
I'm sure it's the Lord. Or you're disassociating and on drugs.
I had one moment where I shared on Instagram, just kind of I was crying. Just the sadness of, like, not being able to carry my babies around. But, like, I have just this peace from the Lord that surpasses all understanding. I'm not really...
Fenigami says, how is it Paul makes me feel like Redacted 2 days ago? Redacted. Sorry, dark intrusive thoughts. I don't even feel like... Yeah, I don't understand. I don't want to understand, but I don't understand.
Too concerned right now about like what my diagnosis might or might not be.
What does this mean for her professional pickleball career? Unfortunately, her chances have dropped to the same as Paul's.
I'm just gonna take it as it comes and figure it out. I think what I'm most like sad about is just like this routine that I just got into. I spent a whole month of like waking up early and baking fresh bread, and now it's all just meant to. So slowly but surely I'll get back into that stuff.
You will. And it's, you know, it's times like these when you have to decide, do I believe what Jesus said? Do I believe what the Bible says? And it's cool, you know, the testing.
Did Jesus say do funny voices when you have an Indian doctor? Or is that like maybe the opposite of the things that Jesus said?
Faith develops perseverance. You going through this, you will have greater perseverance.
Ugh, I hate this idea that like, oh, suffering builds character. Hate that.
Than you did before. And I think I was reading in the Word maybe before you went to the ER, right before, or I was just quoting like the passage in Romans, and we know that in all things he works for the good of those who love him.
Yeah.
And then like suddenly you're in this situation, and it's like, but in the midst of this crappiness and pain that you're going through, excruciating pain, and now the unknown of the diagnosis and stuff, we can believe that God's still working good things for you and for our family.
Yeah.
We can choose to believe it, or we can doubt him and emotionally crumble.
Yeah. And he has worked good things through this, so I'm thankful. It's been good.
Glad that we were able to give you guys an update.
How many subscribers, viewers do they have? They have 159,000 subscribers. This video has almost 50,000 views.
And just continue to live life with you all. I feel like we've given just lots of different pieces of life over the last few months.
Yeah.
And here's just the most recent piece.
Yep.
Love you guys. Thank you for being our online family.
Yes.
You guys are a blessing. Pray for Morgan. Pray for her emotions.
Oh, yeah. Let it stay steady.
We'll catch you guys again in the next video.
Yes.
Love you guys. Have hope.
And be free.
Easy.
Oh, the drugs she was... So this one's from a month ago, and the title is Pickleball Paul Makes an Appearance. She called her own husband Pickleball Paul.
Good morning.
Which makes it okay for me to do.
Wow, I was just like talking to the camera thinking that it was recording, but it's not. It's 6-something in the morning, so forgive me. Like 6:30. No, it's like 6:20. Not that you care that much. Anywho, vlogging today because, well, just because. But I'm headed into the gym, and then in a little bit, I have a doctor's appointment to test.
Set it at 1.5 speed.
For the, it's called VEDS, vascular airless.
Okay, maybe she did get the test. I thought I saw another video where she said she couldn't get the test yet, but maybe I just missed this video. Though if we got confirmation and she posted about it, you'd think she would have said. But I don't know.
Danlos syndrome. And, yeah, so I thought I'd bring you along for that fun time. And then who knows what else we'll get into, but come along, let's go work out. For the first time ever in 8 weeks, really, because I just took the last 2 weeks. Whatever.
Why do we say Pickleball Paul when Pickle Paul is right there? These are rookie mistakes. But then you might just think he's really into brine.
8 weeks. Let's go.
Is this good to be doing with what's going on with you? Like, I genuinely don't know. If the doctor said it's fine, great.
Okay, we back. Whew. That was interesting. I just don't really know what to do right now as far as workouts go, because I'm not ready to like get back into what I was doing. Actually, I don't think I will ever do what I was doing as far as like that specific workout I was doing, the Muscle Mommy program, and I loved it, but there was a lot of overhead stuff, and I am going to try and avoid overhead stuff for a long time, maybe forever, my whole life. I don't know if that is what caused my dissection, but why is my camera just like in the worst place ever? Sorry. But I just don't want to take a chance. You know what I'm saying? So right now I'm just doing band work and the elliptical to just get some cardio going, some movements in my arms, and then the band work is actually really good. So I just need to come up with a good band work routine, because I was just like winging it back there. I tried last night to like Google some band work ideas, but I'm gonna have to get my mom to make me a program. My mom is a personal trainer, if you didn't know. Why would you? But yeah, I'm gonna have to get her to write me a program. Whew, because I don't like going to the gym and not knowing exactly what I'm gonna do, you know? Because then I just feel like I'm wasting my time. I don't have a lot of time. I want to get in, know what I'm doing, do it, and leave. And yeah, I didn't do that. But anywho, alright, now time for some quiet time and then get home before the boys wake up. I gotta be honest, you guys. When I was dealing with my dissection, the first several weeks, like, I literally was in the Word very little. And I...
Oh no, after my terrible health scare, I didn't read the Bible for like a week. I sure hope I don't go to hell. Biggest religion in the world, everybody. We're doing great.
Really affected me. I just had so much anger and frustration those first 3 weeks of my healing process.
Whatever happened to Elliot Hulse? Is he still doing stuff? Let me Google that real quick, or let me look him up on YouTube. It's been so long. Elliot Hulse Wisdom. He's still posting. Oh, yeah, his views are not what they used to be, huh? Oh, no. Oh. We might need to catch up with him and see what's... Oh, boy. Oh. Is he okay? I don't know if he's okay anymore. Oh, boy. Okay. That's for another day, though.
And confusion and annoyance, like all the negative feelings, I had them. And
reminder that Elliot Hulse had a kid who was like, hey dad, I'm non-binary, please refer to me by they them, and you know, stop gendering me incorrectly, and he basically yelled at them and got mad at them and forced them to not go by that. So that's great.
What I tend to do throughout my life is like when something goes wrong, I get so angry at God and I just place my anger on him rather than like on just, you know, the fallen world or myself or the devil. Like, you know, I put my anger in the wrong place and it's a bummer. But I am so thankful that the Lord can handle my anger. He doesn't just handle it, like he's so gentle. He's such a gentle leader in that pain, in that hurt, whatever it might be. And he really was so patient and gentle with me throughout this whole healing process and like really just walked through it all with me, and I'm so thankful for that. And when I started to get into a better headspace, I decided I was going to read John, the book of John, and I've read it many times, but it's one that I always like tend to go back to when I'm like, I just need to like hear the words of Jesus and just whatever. And as I started reading it, I was just like, God, like, I'm not getting anything out of this. And I just quickly realized, like,
talking about God.
First of all, it's an act of worship to be in the Word. Like, that's what it is, okay? But because our God is so good, and he is a kind and gentle Father, he also, like, gives us 10 million benefits from just reading his Word and being in it. And I just felt...
like, how do I put this? I've met religious people that I don't think have a cult-like mentality about their beliefs, where they, like, have a religious belief, but they're, like, you know, rational people that are still operating in the world of reality. The way that she talks about this is so detached from reality, it actually concerns me about her mental state. Like, there's a whole subcategory of delusions that are religious delusions, and to be clear, that's separate than religious belief. There are religious beliefs, and psychology does not say that religious beliefs are delusional. Usually it's defined by what is considered the norm or normative within your given society. But when you get far enough away from that and it becomes a hindrance to how you operate in the world, that can be a religious delusion. And I feel like we're verging on religious delusion to try and deny and avoid the very scary reality that she is living in with her health scare and, like, who knows what's going on, and she can't get these tests the way she wants, and her husband isn't there the way he should be. And again, I am concerned. I do not say this to be mean. I do not say this to bully her. I say this because I am concerned.
Each day, little by little, the weight just lift off of me of, like, the anger that I was carrying, the hurt, the frustration, the sadness, like, started lifting off of me, and I could see life in a different way through his eyes, and I could see my boys and just the little, like, beauties of each day that I got to spend with them throughout my healing process, and the beauty of every single person that came to help me through this journey. And I'm really, really thankful for that. And so I say all of that to encourage you. Read the Bible. Read it even if you finish reading a chapter and you're like, what the heck did I just read? Like, that did nothing for me. God's word is true and his promises are true, and like the Bible is...
What about the promises that contradict each other?
Sharper than a double-edged sword, and it feeds us. It gives us life in a way that food can...
Have I shown going to show on Girl Defined and talking about premarital sex stuff with Paul sainted for accepting her? I have not. I would like to show that sometime, though.
Give us life. Water cannot give us life. It gives us life in such a different way and fuels us and feeds our spirit and, like, carries us throughout the day, makes us look more like Christ. And so, read your Bible.
I've read it.
Yep. 6:15.
Yeah, he definitely didn't know that camera was there, guys. That's a very real surprise reaction to the camera. It pisses me off that they set shit up like this to try and pretend to be genuine, and then he's got to pretend like, oh, there was a camera here. Like, he didn't either. Come on!
Hello there. How are you guys? I just never know now at this point. Is it a vlog? Is it Morgan just doing Instagram stories? Is she gonna include me in her vlogs? Is she gonna leave me out of them till the very end and I got 20 seconds of not even real face-to-face? I'm just in passing.
Oh, poor guy.
But it is good to see you guys. And I am excited for more vlogs. As you could probably tell if you watched our last vlog and getting the van and so forth. Morgan is spearheading this project. As much as I have such a heart for doing these vlogs, currently I just am spread so thin, but Morgan taking this over allows me, now I can still—
He's spread so thin. She's dealing with her, like, health issues and the kids and managing their lives and scheduling everything and editing their videos. But Paul's so overwhelmed playing a game made for retirees every day. Oh my goodness, Paul. Paul the pickleball. He's got nothing on his mind.
come in. I still like talking to you guys and showing you our lives, but Morgan is spearheading it. So it might look slightly different. The quality might be slightly better. Boom.
So usually when I wake up, I do my quiet time, well, I work out, do my quiet time, or I don't work out because I only work out 3 times a week, okay, people, I'm not that crazy. But after I do my quiet time, I like to get the boys' breakfast ready, and I don't know if I'm spoiling them or not, by like them waking up and their breakfast is like on the table ready.
Isaac says it's so weird how modesty is out the window these days. These would have been too much skin in the Fundie days. It is weird in my Fundie days, rather. Yeah, like the Fundies of 10 or 15 years ago would have said terrible things about these two. It's so interesting how the Overton window shifts, but they still act like they're still doing the same thing fundamentalists were doing decades ago, when they're very progressive relative to that. It's really bizarre. It's really, really bizarre. Our human behavior is all just bullshit, man. Anyway, Angel Eyes, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate it.
Go, because Luca just like loves that. He looks forward to it so much. He like wakes up and he'll give me a hug and a kiss, and then he'll be like, "Is my breakfast on the table?" I'm like, "Yep." And he's like, "Hee," and he runs out. So all I'm saying is, whatever woman these men marry, these boys of mine marry, like the standards are high, because not only do I have breakfast ready for them, it is freshly milled flour, bagels or bread or muffins or pancakes or waffles. So like, I'm really setting
Don't
the
forget being paid peanuts to teach kids to play pickleball. True, Paul does make some money on the side, in between his own training sessions, training children how to play pickleball, which seems to pay maybe $18 an hour, which isn't nothing, but it's not stay-at-home wife, 2 kids money, that's for sure. Certainly not, especially because he's at minimum doing that part-time along with the pickleball thing full-time.
high for these boys and what their women should look like when they get married. Sorry, ladies.
Oh, boy, mom.
So like, I'm really setting the standards high for these boys and what their women should look like when they get married.
That's disgusting. Don't talk about your children like this, you sick asshole.
Sorry, ladies. Yeah, I do.
By the way, these are the same people that say trans people sexualize children, but she's literally talking about making sure she's in shape so her sons grow up to be into fit women like her? You want your baby boy son to someday look at a woman and go, "Oh, she's sexy, just like my mom." All right.
Well, when I go to the doctor's, they might give me a little boo-boo. When I come home, I can show you my boo-boo. And will you give it a kiss? Amen. 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 Amen.
Pizza party. Thanks for following. They're clearly wealthy, maybe inheritance, real estate. I'm guessing Nepo baby something. I assume they either have a trust fund or their parents just give them money. I genuinely don't know how else they're surviving.
currently at the doctor's, was just asked 10 million questions, of course, always. And now I'm waiting. I think I'm gonna, well, yeah, I'm gonna get a
Angel Eyes with a $10 tip says, you rock, thank you.
blood.
Ooh, $1,666.66. That's a lot of sixes.
Work done to officially test for the VEDS, vascular Ehlers-Danlos.
Paul's dad didn't want Paul with Morgan, but when he found her family was wealthy, Paul's dad was okay. Classy.
Syndrome. So far, I really don't seem to be the type of person to have this thing, EDS, so we'll see. All right, well, done with the doctor's appointment. It was, to me, the most pointless doctor's appointment in the universe, but actually that's not true. The one that I had with neurology a month and a half ago was the most pointless one. At least the people here were really nice. But it was just like, they asked me a bunch of questions that I already answered online, so dumb. But then after that, they were like, okay, well, you don't really like have the normal EDS like symptoms body-wise, like physically wise. And so, you know, the best way that we're gonna be able to find out if you do have vascular EDS is through a blood work panel. And so they're like, but a lot of times insurance does not approve this panel. So we're trying to like send it off and word it correctly in the right way to get them to approve it. They're like, because from what we know, it's like very expensive to do this blood panel out of pocket. So now they're like, so we will call you when we know whether or not it's been approved. And then, you know, if it hasn't been approved, we can figure it out. I mean, obviously, no matter what, I'm going to have this blood work panel done, so.
You don't know that. You voted for a terrible system that's bad for everyone. You don't know that.
Yeah, but great.
What if it costs $20,000 out of pocket? Are you gonna pay that?
That insurance approves it, because that would stink. So yeah, basically just went in there to answer a bunch of questions.
If she's rich, why is she on state health insurance? Why doesn't she just pay for insurance out? Like, you know what I mean? Like, if they have money to pay for stuff out of pocket, it would be way cheaper to just monthly pay for insurance.
We want you to get blood done, but it's not going to happen today, and we don't know when it will happen. So I have another appointment with them set up for 4 months from now.
Hello,
in November.
How do I pronounce this?
So,
is it
like,
Cavenol or Cuvenol?
Yeah, it's annoying.
Either way, hello. H-Bird says there's a saying Republicans like to say that goes, a conservative is a liberal who's been mugged. My corollary is a liberal is a conservative who's had chronic medical conditions. I don't even think that's true. I think they wouldn't universalize that experience. I think they would just say, I have personal problems, but that doesn't mean I want socialism.
There will be no answers until then. And, like, technically, I have medication that I'm on.
The V is supposed to be a U. Kunal! Cool beans.
That I was told to keep taking until it, just like take until it's done, and that like rheumatology, who I went and saw today, would be the ones to tell me whether or not I needed to keep taking it. But they can't tell me that until they have my blood work done to know if I have this thing, this syndrome. So it's a little annoying, but it's fine. I'm feeling so much better physically, mentally, spiritually. Praise the Lord. I played pickleball last night for 2 hours straight. Never sat down but for like 5 seconds one time, and I feel great today. Praise God, was able to still like get up and go work out, so I feel good. I'm not too concerned. And like honestly, they were kind of like giving the vibes that they feel like this was a fluke accident. That was just really weird.
Vibes? Yeah, that'll do it. I'm sure the vibes are better than a genetic test. That makes sense. Oh.
Random and strange to be happening, but no, I don't know. We'll see. I could have the syndrome. I don't know.
She has a death wish. She's in denial. I think she's in denial.
We'll find out one day. Could be 5 years from now. Could be 2 weeks. Who knows?
If you wait 5 years, you might not be here if it is vascular EDS. So probably get that test done.
Oh, I'm running.
What did you do? Was it a cool car?
Cheers.
I got the table nice and cleaned off for you guys. Is there anything else I can get for you today?
Food.
Your nuggets will be right out. Anything else I can get for you, ma'am? You're looking, are you married? You're looking very lovely today.
Married.
Oh, well, I'm sure he's a lucky man. Is there anything else I can get for you today? All right, well, my pleasure. See, how easy is this to get me in more of the vlog?
Oh my goodness.
I made it in for 30 seconds last vlog. 30 seconds.
course they're at Chick-fil-A.
Can you say thank you?
Sometimes it's one of those that they're like,
Oh my goodness, Judah makes me so
All right, guys, the kids are in good hands with Gigi and Mama. I gotta get on the road.
One time when I was really little, I was at McDonald's, and this was when McDonald's still had their play places, and I crawled all the way to the very top of the play place, and I was afraid of heights, as it turns out. I'm still afraid of heights, but I was then too, as I discovered. And I was like, I can't get down! Help me! And my mom had to crawl up the play place to get me down. Zarek Shadow says, Hannah, what's your favorite fast food chicken restaurant? I really like, it's not a chicken restaurant, but like Rally's has a pretty good like chicken bites box. Detroit Wing Company has really good like fast food chicken wings. I'm not big on like fast food chicken other than that.
2 more lessons, pickleball lessons to give.
Rally's fries are really good.
In my training and whatnot. Good seeing everybody.
I like KFC's mac and cheese, but I don't like their chicken.
You get to eat these?
I have a pay.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Are you the puppet? Are you putting on the puppet show?
I've never had Cane's.
All right, it's been
Popeyes is okay. I like Popeyes. I've never had Cane's.
a good afternoon. Paul, after we left him at Chick-fil-A, apparently watching VeggieTales, Paul went and did his thing.
VeggieTales, 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 VeggieTales.
We went with my mom.
Broccoli, celery, gotta be VeggieTales. Ba-dum-bum-bum-bum.
To a really cool bookstore here called Just the Best. We love.
My VeggieTales collection is over there.
Went there for a while, came home, put the boys down for a nap, and then they just woke up and it's literally 5 o'clock. They slept so long, but they took forever.
Fun fact, the creator of VeggieTales are not shitbags, for what it's worth. They're religious, of course, but they're not bigoted religious, like the actual creator of VeggieTales. So that's good.
To go to sleep. I don't
They don't hate trans people, so that's pretty good.
know why. They never do that. It's weird. But anywho. Oh.
Like, I'm genuinely gonna say, in terms of Christian media, VeggieTales is some of the least offensive. VeggieTales actively, like, I don't think is bad for your kids. I don't think the Bible's true, so, like, I don't, you know, I wouldn't show it to my kids if I had them necessarily, because I wouldn't want to teach them a religion I don't think is true as children. Because children wouldn't have the nuance to be like, this is a thing people believe, but it's not necessarily true. But it's not terrible. It's not bigoted, at least from what I remember. It's pretty good.
Trying to squeeze through things in places he can't squeeze through. Aren't ya? Aren't ya?
Have I gone over Girl Defined? Long time ago. I probably will at some point, but I think her heyday is pretty much over. She had like an arc where she was talking about sex a lot, which is kind of funny, but I don't know. Hype Train started randomly, 3% to level 1. If you want to help the Hype Train, you can gift subs or use bits. No pressure, though, because it's random. I don't know why they just do random ones now.
Ignore my insane hair. Tonight is just gonna be a very low-key dinner, beef and rice, easy peasy, something I do often. Like, we probably eat it at least twice a week. The boys just love it. It's easy. It can be, you can add a bunch of stuff, or you can literally just eat the beef and rice. I usually always flavor it in some type of teriyaki sauce, so that's what I'm
Oh, Stone Corbell, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs, and Overthought, thanks for gifting 5 tier 1 subs. Thank you so much.
doing tonight. And
Wow, we're gonna absolutely destroy the sub goal this month, aren't we? We're not even halfway through the month, and we're over halfway through the goal. Moira Soma, thanks for 52 months at tier 2.
and we got leftover rice from a few days ago. And we'll just be kind of eating on our own, and Paul will eat when he gets home because I don't feel like waiting. Easy peasy. A lot of times I put cilantro on top,
nice.
sesame seeds. I'm gonna use these to kind of make little lettuce wraps. And then I usually drizzle some teriyaki sauce, but we're all out of it, so I'm just gonna do some soy sauce.
It looks like it maybe needs seasoning, but I am also very white, so I get it. I know she did say cilantro, so that's fine. I actually don't know if I'm one of the people that thinks cilantro tastes like soap. I've never tasted soap in my food, and I've probably had cilantro, so I'm probably fine. Baja has the soap gene, though.
We have been living out here in the backyard all summer long. We got this just pop-up tent to give us shade, and my mom got us this blow-up little pool. The boys have both been loving it so much, and I have to watch them like a hawk, though.
2, 3. I'm king of the world!
Yes, that is nice that Luca is holding.
I just want to watch Titanic now. The kid has a play knife.
Cloud looks a tad ominous.
I used to have one of those, too.
Doesn't look too bad in person. On our guys, wow, that cloud looks a tad ominous. Doesn't look too bad in person. On our evening walk, taking over the camera. Taking over the camera. This is our evening walk before we start bedtime. And what has become somewhat of a norm is I get home from a day of teaching and training, and I share with Morgan frustrations that I'm having on this journey of
I think it's so loud. I thought it was a train.
And then as I share my frustrations, because I'm trying to grow and get stretched, it's a challenging process. Morgan always offers me wisdom, and I greatly appreciate it. Man, I'm thankful for my wife and for ChatGPT. They're two.
I know we saw that clip in the previous episode, but the fact that in the same breath he thanked his wife and ChatGPT is telling, isn't it? He considers them both tools!
Very big supporters and helps on this journey. Thank you, baby. I'm like super out of frame.
Oh well.
What was that, babe?
It was a great day. I pooped though. No more going to bed so late. I'm looking at you.
Late for us now is 10:30ish,
So late.
which is crazy. Again, like, let us know in the comments. Just be honest, guys, in the comments. What time is your regular lights out bedtime during the week? Ours is.
If I work the next day at my real job, 11 p.m. If it's a day I don't work the next day, 2 a.m.
Has drastically gotten earlier. As a single man, anything around 10 or before was like absolutely unheard of. Absolutely unheard of. And now Morgan's building me schedules and
I'm a night person.
putting my bedtime at 9 p.m. when it's still light outside. And I have to tell her I'm standing on business, babe. That's just absurd. I'm standing on business.
I am gonna hurt you.
I'm like Justin Bieber. I'm standing on business. 9 o'clock while it's still light outside.
Do you want 9 hours of sleep or not?
Yes.
Then zip it.
Anyway, guys, it's always fun bringing you along on whatever adventures we embark on during the day. I know that.
Sarah Shadow says, do you happen to know what the popular Christian media is for today's youth, as in how VeggieTales was popular for kids in the 80s and 2000s? I have no idea, unfortunately. I wish I was more tuned into that. I'm not really familiar, though. I would imagine, similar to the entire media landscape, there's probably, like, Christian influencers for kids, if I had to guess, or vaguely Christian YouTube channels. Superbook was a thing some years ago. I don't know how popular that was, but I know it was a thing. I'm guessing it's a lot of stuff on YouTube. Too atomized, too niche. Fair, also a thing. Although, I guess, like, the Daily Wire had their Bent Key service that I think got canceled a while back. And they had some... Although I guess that wasn't necessarily Christian. It was conservative. I know there were some kid shows on PureFlix. I don't know if PureFlix is still a thing, but they had some original series. PragerU has kid stuff, yeah.
As of late, the last 2 vlogs, Morgan and I have only been together in bits and pieces. I'm sure we'll film one where we like have a full day together, maybe like a Saturday. But that's just how we roll right now. We gotta be flexible. I'm glad that Morgan is spearheading this thing again, because it really needs to happen. Morgan's a champ. I never expected us to end a vlog like this, where Morgan
Thanks for the hype train, everyone.
really isn't even showing her face or acknowledging the camera. But again, man, it's the season, you know? It's the season. Here we are.
All right, guys. Till our next vlog. God bless you
All
all.
the leaves are brown.
Yeah.
All the leaves are brown. And
You do
the
the kiss.
sky is gray.
Also, guys, I didn't want to make it sound like I get home and I like complain about this journey where I'm getting to pursue pickleball and training and playing at the highest level and turning this into a profession. Like, I am so grateful, and it's an incredible and training and playing at the highest level and turning this into a profession. Like, I am so grateful, and it's an incredible journey.
You're grateful for what? You haven't done it yet. You say you're grateful when you succeed, not when you're continuing to fail.
But oftentimes something will come up that I process and it's challenging, and sometimes it's frustrating. And so once a week, and normally it's I'm just like, praise the Lord, this is amazing and good and challenging and stretching. But once or twice a week, I will bring a problem to Morgan or a challenge, and Morgan helps me sort through it. Morgan's good at that.
Oh god, this one's called We Stayed in a Nudist Colony. This one's from a month ago. Is this the most recent? Or this is from 4 weeks ago. That is a month, but probably slightly under.
One thing
Yep, this is the most recent one. Jesus Christ. Okay.
Peanut fam, how y'all doing? So I'm currently on vacation with my fam. It's every year we go on vacation with my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
And it's a great time. This year we decided, instead of usually we go to like a state park resort. I don't know if you've ever been to one of those, but they're pretty cool, chill.
No, I'm poor.
But this time they decided, let's just get a huge Airbnb.
Okay, I'm not poor, but I'm not go on vacation, okay?
That we can all
It's pretty disrespectful of me, frankly, to say I'm poor sitting in front of all these fucking movies. But you know what I mean.
stay in. There's 30 of us. And we are staying in this massive compound, like, home. It looks like doomsday. I'll give you a little bit of a tour. It's too large to give, like, a full-on tour, which sounds crazy, but it's huge. So right now, me and my younger sister Maria and Judah are out. We just went to Goodwill. And we grabbed Starbucks, and now we're headed back to the old compound. So I'll give you the tour-ish when we get there. Let's go. All right, guys, here's our hot tub. Cool. My brother. You guys know that our family, of course, is obsessed with football.
Boo! Someone's an Ohio State fan. Boo!
You guys know that
Boo, Ohio!
our
Eric Shadow says, speaking of which, any cool Blu-rays that you've recently purchased been gifted? What's the last thing I was gifted? Let me see. I showed the Buffy thing that someone sent. That was great. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, the complete collection on DVD, which is cool. Especially because Disney owns this now, and I don't think they're ever going to release it on Blu-ray, so this is probably the last time this is ever getting released. And I already had Buffy Season 7, or Season 8, rather, the motion comic, and there was even a space in the box to stick it. So it has all the original Buffy and the motion comic all in one box that I was able to put in there, so that's cool. It did kind of make a fart noise when I put it in there, but you get it.
family, of course, is obsessed with pickleball, so of course we had to get an Airbnb with a pickleball thing. There's Paul over there playing, drilling, and encouraging people.
Another pretty good one was the Deadly Spawn. I talked about this a little bit a while ago, but this is a really low-budget 80s movie. Really great practical effects in this. Don't know if I can show some of these pictures. I could show this one. Here's a still image of one of the puppets. It's like an alien. It eats people. It's pretty good. Great art on the box, too. Anyway.
As they play. It's great. Here is the map.
I do think sometime in the next month I'd like to do a video where I just show some of my favorite Blu-rays. I know that that's not going to be a popular stream, and only like the people who personally parasocially like me are probably going to go to that, and the few people here who also like Blu-rays. But I don't know, I don't think I've ever done that, where I've just sat here for some hours and talked Blu-rays with you guys. That might be fun for just almost a day off stream.
Massive compound house. It kind of feels like a doomsday house. If the world ends, we might have to just stay here. So, ignore my look. I'm by the pool. Let's go look.
There is one pretty good recent one, Robo Warriors. This one has James Remar. It's one of those 90s Robot Jocks ripoff movies. It's pretty good. If you like that sort of like Robo Wars, Robot Jocks, American pseudo-kaiju robot film, not a bad one.
Inside. Look at this massive door. All right, we walk inside and there's this. Hey guys, I'm vlogging. Massive.
If I was on family vacation with people and I just started filming them, I think they'd kill me, and they would be justified.
Eating area. These are all bedrooms. Bathroom. Walker.
This is the worst Airbnb I've ever seen. Why is the theme gross? The theme is just a shack?
There's a giant game room down there. Another, is that a bedroom? I don't know. I think it's just a maintenance closet. Then we go upstairs. And there's this area that's got sinks, shower, bathroom, maintenance closet, I think. Bedroom with bunks.
The theme is the Beverly Hillbillies apocalypse.
Lots of bunk beds.
Cirrus! How's it been, Cirrus? It's been a while. Welcome! Welcome, Raiders. We are looking at Paul and Morgan, some weird fundies. We are looking at some fundamentalists having a good day. We're actually almost done. This is probably the last video we're covering, but it's good to have you all. I cover all sorts of stuff. I look at conspiracy theorists and the weird stuff they believe. I look at delusional people. I look at sovereign citizens. All sorts of stuff, so consider giving a follow. I hope you had a great stream, Cirrus. Make sure you check out Cirrus here on Twitch if you haven't already. If you don't check out Cirrus, I will report you to VTube. You will be reported. Falcon Fearless, thanks for following. Ooh, that was fun to say. Falcon Fearless following.
Then there's this room. This is my parents' room. It's massive. Giant tub, very deep. Then we go down here. This is the biggest Airbnb that I've ever stayed in my life. Will probably be the last one too. These are all bedrooms.
Am I on YouTube? I am on YouTube. You can find me on YouTube at Hannah Reloaded.
Bedroom, 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 bedroom. And then we go down this way. And this is our bedroom.
Oh, stop showing the baby.
So we can't.
Stop showing the baby. Oh, this is the most I've ever seen Paul interact with his children. That's good. That they ran out a whole hotel. It's an Airbnb. This is one of those buildings that someone bought and converted into an Airbnb very specifically, it looks like, with a theme, and the theme is Doomsday Bunker, which, I'm gonna be honest, it feels like they very intentionally chose the Doomsday Bunker theme because it allowed them to use a lot of sheet metal, which is cheap.
So handsome. He's so handsome.
He's so tired. But he loves me like they do.
Alright guys, so
Look at those white feet.
this may not seem like much, but I struggle with being scared of heights since I was a little kid.
Oh, by the way, good news. Paul finally wins a pickleball tournament in this video against his family.
Good or better than anyone out here.
Thank you, babe.
Biggest surprise of the night.
My headphone's about to die, oh no! And I left the box for them downstairs. That's unfortunate.
Oh, Kyle.
First place we have Mike and Paul.
Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Hold him tight, Chad.
Sorry, he tied? He tied with this old man.
Changed because I got the Gatorade back.
They were probably doing doubles, I don't know. Alright, let's look at some of their Instagram stuff as of late, and then we'll probably call it a night. We just gotta see what Paul's pickleball journey is like these days. Oh god, what is this?
I felt like too if I hung out with certain people or, you know,
How do you restart Instagram Reels?
I was constantly worried that I had a demon.
Yeah, you were very worried.
And then so I felt like too if I hung out with certain people or, you know, certain people laid hands on me or whatever that I was gonna get a demon.
Hannah,
You thought you had demons?
I had like gone to a deliverance night and came back and like told
She came back changed.
Paul and myself.
Maybe I could have a demon.
She felt like, you know, there were demons in her that had been removed. Me and Paul were like, sitting there listening to this and we were just like, and she insane. She did not have demons in her. Oh, and like we kind of told her, we were like, Hannah, like, I don't think that was a demon.
Wait, what? Now we're being rational? I'm so confused by these people. You constantly talk about spiritual stuff and how you think you can feel the power of God in you and stuff, but you think this lady having a demon is crazy? To be clear, her claiming she had a demon is crazy, but you shouldn't know that. That's crazy.
Like,
over spiritualizing.
yeah, like,
again, based off of what she was telling us, what we knew of her walk
Is my YouTube restricted mode setting off? If it's on, you might not be seeing all the videos. I don't think I have restricted mode on.
with the Lord. I'm not saying that there isn't people that would go to one of those type of nights and get a demon cast out of them.
That was so traumatizing. I was just around the wrong leaders, the wrong friends at the time that would try to tell me that I had a demon.
It's tough when you're around that because you
Yeah.
do not want to sneeze.
Paul,
What?
you got a demon. I saw you twitch.
Any twitch.
I've seen people actually get delivered. I just have a different mindset.
Oh, so she does believe people get possessed by demons. She just didn't have one herself. Okay, that's great.
Yeah, I just kind of honestly saw you guys as lukewarm.
Jesus Christ. Oh. Can we look at Paul? Where's Paul's Instagram? Ugh. Oh, have I shown you this one? Suddenly realizing the homeless lady getting close to your car is just your wife. Oh, that's not a very nice thing to say about your partner, Paul. Jesus Christ, man. She posted this. My husband leads, I submit. Here's what that looks like. You know, it's funny. What I think it looks like is when you're crying on stream because you're incredibly overwhelmed and your husband doesn't help you. But, you know, that's just me, I guess.
got roasted and it burned. No pun intended. Maybe a little. And you know what? I'm not even mad about it because this roasting was a good roasting. It was from my new budgeting app, Clio, and she held me accountable and showed me all my purchases that I need to stop purchasing on my little tweets. But I appreciate Clio because she holds me accountable. And
is this an ad? This seems like an ad. There's no hashtag ad on this. Legally, you have to disclose that this is a sponsorship, but there's no hashtag. Oh, no, it does. Never mind. My fault. It does say paid partnership up here. I didn't know that's where it said at Instagram. So that's my bad. It is just an ad. Lame. No. That's unfortunate. Someone commented, apparently, you look bored all the time and slow and tired, just a thought, which is mean. And this is her response.
thanks.
Okay. It says, bread looks yummy, so does husband. Winky face with tongue out, kissy face heart.
I mean, she's not wrong.
ways to show your husband you love him. I gotta mute it, sorry. 1, have sex with him. 2, take him out to eat, then have sex with him. 3, watch his favorite movie, then have sex with him. Get it? Because men like a do the sex, but women no like a do the sex, but men like a do the sex, so you do the sex as a favor for the men. What do you do for work? I'm a stay-at-home mom. Oh, so you don't really work. I mean, that's a rude thing to say, I would agree. I don't think that's usually a conversation that happens, though. I think that's a straw man she made up in her head to get mad about. I'm not saying there's no one that's a dick, I'm just saying I don't think she had that conversation. She says, I got the best marriage advice I've ever gotten in my life a month ago, but it's a little controversial. Oh, Jesus, what is it? I'll read it. It says, a few weeks ago, I reached out to a woman I respect greatly. I told her that the season of my life my family is in right now is so busy. We're doing a lot. I told her Paul and I were really struggling to feel connected. I felt like my love languages were changing because our lives have changed so much over the last 3 years. And I told her that we were struggling to figure out how to reconnect and feel close again. She kept it very simple. She said, have sex every day, every single day. The rest will fall into place. Mind blown emoji. Maybe you've already there with your spouse. If you are, great. Maybe you don't need to be there right now in the season of life you're in, but maybe you're like me and you've struggled to desire your Maybe you're like me and you've struggled to desire your husband because you felt disconnected because life is so busy and kids are so demanding and you're so tired at the end of the night. I get it. But let me tell you, her advice has changed the game. I told my husband about her advice and he was most certainly on board, so we gave it a try. I've never found my husband sexier. I've never respected him more. I didn't used to respect my husband, but he's been laying pipe like a champ, so... Alright. Alright then. There's something about that physical connection that connects us in every other way too, which is how I believe the Lord intended it. We are one. That's how it's supposed to be. So if you've been in a place of disconnection, go ahead, I challenge you, try it for 2 weeks and see what happens. Alright then. Zarek Shadow says, my mom was always really defensive over a stay-at-home mom thing. I remember her arguing with someone over the phone, I think a bank, about it, saying it was the most important job in the world. Then when she did try to look for a job, she wrote that on a resume and put me and my siblings as her employer. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Fundie, fundamentalist, as in a religious fundamentalist.
Scooters never miss it. Day 1 of getting my wife. I have mac and cheese on me. Oh, okay. Day 1 of getting my life back together.
It's okay. I wish I had mac and cheese on me. Alright. That's probably it for the day. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I appreciate it. I'm tired. It's been a long couple days, right? So anyway, tomorrow I'll be back. We'll be doing, tomorrow's Saturday. We'll be catching up with some sovereign citizens tomorrow, including Cameron, whose girlfriend, I don't know if he's married. Whether it's his wife or his girlfriend, they broke up, and he decided to live stream while he was packing up his stuff. and it's a little bit of a crash out. So maybe tune in for that. But we have other Sobsit stuff too. So if you're not interested in Cameron, don't worry, that won't be the whole stream. Anyway, let's see who we're gonna raid. And don't worry, I already downloaded it if he deletes it. I don't think he will, because I don't think he has the self-awareness to know it's embarrassing. But I did rip it just in case.
Need
do 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 do. All right, have a good night, everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll see you soon. And I don't know. Stay away from the news. Everything's terrible. All right, I'll see you later. Have a good night, everyone. Do 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 do. Boo doo 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 boop boop boop. Ba da ba da ba